起点。格斗从来不只是格斗，没有什么天生强大。
Former 2020 JCK champion，
唯有直面才能超越。一切取决于自己是否准备好战斗。
He is ready and hungry for this.
我们在创造的是一个机会，一个将汗水转化成胜利的机会。
You have no idea who will show up on the mats on any given day.
战胜自己的机会。
Give a comeback with a comeback loss.
被世界看见的机会。
Touch the sky with my head held higher. I'll say what I have to say.
格斗是路在何方，行则将至。第一拳，一个回合，一场比赛。JCK 战绝城，
牢记觉醒东方格斗力量使命，
正在走向前所未有的繁荣。格斗是残酷的，是高尚的。格斗带来灵感，使人渴望成为生命的强者。这是一个格斗时代的崛起。当铃声响起时，它带来了人类的伟大。JCK 战绝城第100期，这是一场属于强者的庆典。2025年6月17日，100期征战汇聚成史诗一幕，最炽热的绝城之夜即将点燃。
战绝城本草银耳，野生的菌种所驯化，机制选用12种以上的严选中药材，采用高山无污染矿泉水培育，几十年匠心坚守，本草银耳终于绽放开来。肾乃先天之根本，久思劳神之事最为伤肾。肾源再生丸传承1800年，遵循古法的前提下，结合现代科技的萃取技术，精选9种补物，相辅相成，抗疲劳，养精神，创造更好的健康生活。山谷、幽林、高山，生态之地能出好茶。福鼎老白茶已有1000年历史，选用1级寿眉，味厚爽，香鲜醇，茶汤温润，滤去浮躁，让更好的福鼎白茶走向世界。匠心之作，手工传承，战绝城足银运香书，整体是用足银打造而成，精美的图案，优雅的外形，每一次梳理都是对美好时光的珍藏。银在《本草纲目》中具有安五脏、定心神等功效。战绝城足银工艺杯，内胆是用足银为原材料， 采用宫廷传统工艺和高科技手段精制而成，精美的图案，大方的造型，愿您在品茶的同时享受健康生活。菌菇，营养之王，战绝成7珍菌汤包，选用优质菌种，精心培育，汤浓味美，唇齿留香，带给您无限的美食享受。健康来自自然，每一口杀鸡汁都像是在拥抱着大自然，令人感到无处不在的生命。战绝成杀鸡汁为您呈现纯天然健康之选。
Dovun togang de chi thomar tarve smi ramjen je tongcha de ngarje me ba shagz me ba zebjor me ba so chang de thba re re yang dang zang le mi ji zhao yu aro pe ba bara
是什么力量使我们走到了这里？2020年，海口，英雄出击，年轻的面孔在擂台上为 JCK 刻下了最初的血性印记。时光向前，赛季更迭 ，JCK 绝城之夜 N66正式拉开 N 系列的帷幕，一个全新的时代随之到来。JCK 战绝城开启了全新篇章，首场联合赛漳州站，见证了顶尖选手的激烈对决，也让观众首次感受到现场的热血沸腾。此后，联合赛步步推进 ，JCK 战绝城以峥嵘之姿点亮每一期绝城之夜。而今，这道光芒走到了第100期。100不只是一个数字，更是 JCK 格斗史上的里程碑。JCK 绝城之夜第100期，郑伯杰与海莱尔克打响金腰带卫冕战，热血与梦想在八角笼中不断碰撞，推动着 JCK 战绝城走向新的篇章。JCK 绝城之夜第100期，这是一场属于强者的庆典，100期征战汇聚成史诗一幕。最炽热的绝城之夜即将在今晚点燃。
Fight fans, welcome to Shanxi, China, and we're coming to you live from the International Fight Center, JCK. Tonight is JCK 100, and to celebrate the century, we have a stacked card with a flyweight title up for grabs in the main event. There we see the graphics matchup with the champion, Zheng Boqie, and the million RMB winner, Lai-er-ke. My name is Woody Potkiter.
And my name is Andrew Derry. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's main event matchup is very intriguing. Zheng Boqie is the reigning defending champion, despite having lost his last fight to Zhangzhaxi in a tournament bout. Hailaierke is coming into this one with a ton of momentum, and he wants that flyweight strap badly. Woody, I can't wait to see how this plays out. What else do we have to look forward to tonight?
Man, this card is absolutely stacked from the beginning to the end, and I'm excited about all the fights, but I do have my eye on that welterweight matchup between Zyrianov and Petkar. But let's get the show on the road with your host, Yang Guang.
Thanks Rudy, thanks Andrew， 所有现场以及屏幕前的观众朋友们，大家晚上好！欢迎收看中国顶级 MMA 综合格斗直播赛事 JCK 战绝城龙斗终极冠军赛。我们现在是在 JCK 战绝城国际格斗中心与您见面，我是杨光。 JCK 战略城是由海南全天候网络竞技有限公司荣誉出品，由中国国际经济技术合作促进会竞技体育产业融合创新发展工作委员会负责相关的指导工作。目前 JCK 战略城知识产权已在香港国际联合知识产权交易中心挂牌上市。那么今天晚上将会迎来 JCK 绝城之夜第100期的盛典。那么回首过往，从最初的探索与拼搏，到如今成长为国内顶尖的综合格斗赛事平台。JCK 战略城的8小龙当中，承载了太多勇士们的梦想，同时也铸就了许多经典的瞬间。那么今天晚上 JCK 绝城之夜100期盛典，注定呢将会更加非凡。那么今天晚上的比赛呢，也将会通过我们的官方合作媒体咪咕视频、抖音、腾讯新闻以及快手等相关平台进行全程同步直播。同时还要特别感谢新华网、百度 App、深圳电视台体育健康频道、辽宁移动、贵州新媒体、宁夏新媒体、TCL 互联网电视、虎牙直播以及格斗迷的大力支持。同时还要特别感谢千岁汽车、毛江1953、华肯乳业集团、梅花、菲德士以及阿若博巴品牌对今天晚上比赛的赞助播出。那么今天晚上应战选手分别是：头条主赛，由于雄鹰艾利穆拉特别克降重失败被取消比赛资格。那么今天晚上一场正赛，一场复赛，银量级周启阳、中量级达尼尔诺尔波利2位选手赛前超重被取消了比赛资格。那么今天晚上联合主赛，银量级金腰带卫冕之战，争波切大战海莱尔克。正赛方面，胡布兰图尔逊别克对阵拉姆赞阿赫马托夫。女子银量级的比赛，龙女梁娜对阵张慧文。次重量级，亚历山大·齐里亚诺夫对阵阿比吉特·佩特卡。次重量级，Alisson Barbosa大战来自于法国的公牛安迪。复赛方面，伊霍阿克对阵泽朗扎西，王鹤松对阵特古，伊德里斯·阿卜杜拉希多夫对阵穆拉提·伊马哈兹。同时，次重量级的复赛，马雷对阵阿里·霍尔西迪。在此诚挚邀请屏幕前的各位持续锁定我们的官方网站3w.jckmma.com 以及微信公众账号以及官方抖音号，了解最新赛事资讯的更新。冲出亚洲，走向世界，超越格斗的极限，迈向新的征程。JCK 战略城龙斗终极冠军赛必是世界综合格斗的新浪潮。在此非常荣幸能与现场以及屏幕前诸位共同见证和引领这股新的浪潮。接下来让我们闲言少叙，书开正风，共同开启今天晚上的 JCK 绝城之夜100期盛典。
JCK 100 has officially started. On the undercard, the first fight, the first man to walk out is Ali Khorshidi. And this is also his very first fight as a professional MMA fighter. His background is all about Sanda. He's been a Sanda world champion. This Iranian has been in China now for 3 years. He did tell us that tonight is very meaningful to him. He wants to represent his country. You know, we don't pick sides and we stay out of the politics, but our heart goes out to anybody who's having a hard time. You know, peace, love, that's what the message we share. However, tonight, he is making his professional MMA debut here in JCK. Has a ton of experience as a striker. He isn't very big for the division at only 176 centimeters tall. He used to walk around at about 80, 81 kilograms. And we know that Sanda's divisions are based around 75, 80, and he used to fight an 80 kilogram division. So for him to cut down to 77 is very easy. However, he might find that he's facing a guy who's got a big size advantage. But let's see how the Iranian does here in JCK.
And making his way down to the JCK cage out of the red corner, it is Malay, aka the Jade-Faced Scholar. Woody, I love that nickname. He's a young fighter, only 21 years old, and he is very tall for this weight class. He's 187 centimeters tall. That's almost 6'2". That is very, very tall. He's a very tall welterweight. His reach doesn't quite match his height. He's got a little bit shorter arms, but you know, he does a really good job of closing the distance. He's a very good striker. We have seen him one time in JCK previously where he fought a very experienced opponent. He was making his debut, his pro debut, and he fought a guy who's already had, you know, probably more than 10 pro fights. And it was competitive. I mean, he was winning that fight. You know, when Andy from France came back and won that fight, some people we're calling it a comeback victory.
Absolutely. I was there for that fight, and I'm telling you, Andy, that was not the first time these two had fight. They fought in kickboxing before, and Andy got the decision win. But you got to take into take into account, this kid's only 21. When they fought, he must have been 18 or 19 years old. They fought in kickboxing. He lost the decision to Andy. But then in the MMA cage, it was Malay who was getting the better of Andy the Bull, and Andy was forced to get the takedown. And then on the ground, it was Andy who got the finish. But it was going all Malay's way until the end.
And here he is, now entering the JCK cage. It is Malay going to kick off our first bout for JCK 100.
I spoke to him earlier. He said he might utilize Laughing Saint tonight will be BJJ. I know he's a BJJ coach in the corner. I've actually run into him in a competition before, a big purple belt. Let's see how it goes. Here's the tail of the tape. And we see that big height and a slight reach advantage, but Ali does have a very good reach if you compare it to his height.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 次重量级的复赛争夺，南方选手身高176公分，臂展181厘米，体重77.45公斤，年龄27岁，来自于华武源于武术搏击俱乐部。那么今天晚上是 JCK 战决城的首秀 ，Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the blue corner from Iran. Gets ready for Arnie Khorshidi. 本场比赛，红方选手身高187公分，臂展183厘米，体重77.30公斤，来自于著名的顺远搏击俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩1战1负 ，JCK 战决城战绩1战1负。他就是来自于中国的红方选手，玉面书生马来。本场比赛场上裁判2名。
And in the red corner, it is Malay facing off against Ali Khorshidi in the blue.
You see Ali give a nice little inside kick to kick things off.
Given that both guys come from a striking background. Oh, big body kick. I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if this one took place primarily on the feet.
Malay has very, very good striking, but you would be thinking this is, he knows that it's his opponent's
there's a
first.
shot. Oh, big double leg.
A big double leg.
You know, we were talking about this. I saw that dude's ears, and I was like, there's no way he doesn't have a grappling background. Well, I know you said strikers can get cauliflower ear, and I acknowledge that, but I thought those are a wrestler's ears.
Let's have a look. He said he's been training jiu-jitsu for a while. This is his first pro MMA fight. He had some small tournaments back in Iran.
He mounts him.
Oh, full mount already for Khorshidi here on top of Malay.
Bad spot for Malay a minute into the first round, mounted against the cage. Trying to buck. Ali looking to take his time and land some ground and pound here. Got to watch those big bridges.
Doing very good. Just stay calm, slow the fight down a little bit, take a little bit of the gas out of Malay. You know, if he can slow him down, tire him out here in the first few minutes, it'll make it easier from later. He might even look to try and finish here, but Malay is holding on tight.
This is much more exhausting for the guy on the bottom, constantly trying to escape, than it is for the guy on top when you have gravity working for you from the top position.
Malay even looked there to get a hand in between, even risking getting triangled. But he wants to get out of here. Beautiful top control here from Ali.
Going for a mount to triangle, you got to be really confident that you can hit it because you risk giving that bottom position.
Well, you can also stay on top. One of my personal favorite things to do is just to stay right on top and sink in that triangle from the top position. You can still hit the guy. He's doing good here.
Ali is doing a great job controlling from this position. He's already had mount for well over a minute.
And you know, Male is really young. You got to think how much gas will he have, even if he survives here. 2.5 minutes and only halfway in the first round. Ali doing beautiful slipping, cutting elbows there.
You see the grimace on the face of Male from the bottom. He is not loving life down there. Bad spot to be in this early in the fight. He's got a welt on the right side of his forehead there. You can see it swelling up already.
And Ali's very patient here, picks his shots very carefully, keeps his base heavy.
Big shots. If he pours it on, I think he could get a stoppage here. I like that he's not rushing. You don't see him like rushing for an armbar.
And at the same time, Male is really not shown much success. Hasn't even threatened getting out here. He bridged a couple of times heavy, but he wasn't even close to recovering. And it feels like he's on. Oh, there he goes. He's up. Male gets up. Oh, and but he falls down. Okay, he needs to close that, get that half guard.
That is demoralizing when you expend all that effort.
Well, at least he's in half guard now. What can he do from here?
He needs to try to find that.
Back to full mount.
Yep. Looks like he's getting outclassed on the ground here by Ali. Nice elbow.
Another beautiful elbow here from Ali Khorshidi, the Iranian, who's he's been in China for 3 months. Will probably fly out fly back to Thailand to continue his training. He wants to work in China. He wants to pursue his career here. He said he wants to sign with JCK as well if this fight goes his way and they give him an offer.
So far, so good. Looking dominant through round 1.
Nice push there. There's another big bridge.
If he's able to take the back this time. He's got 1 hook. He's got 2 hooks in now. Okay, this is a dangerous position for Male if he gets flattened out.
He's already got that one indeed.
This is bad. Is it under the?
Yeah, this is very bad for. This is very bad for Male. Male needs to push up that elbow.
Hard to tell if it's under the chin.
Yeah, he managed to save himself there. But Male, look at how he gets up. He lifts his head up too high. Ali switches position. 15 seconds left.
Just the 1 hook in now.
Has that gut wrench. Body lock. We're going to see a second round. Very good from Male to survive. A horrible position for a very dominant first round from the Iranian Ali. What do you say? So let's have a look at some of the highlights. This was that first shot. Just a step through, double leg, and pops him up.
The story of this round was the grappling dominance by Ali. He was able to get that takedown, control grappling positions, mount his opponent multiple times, land ground and pound, do damage, and almost, you know, he came pretty close with that rear naked choke as well. So that was a dominant round. Would you score that a 10-8?
I don't know. It's hard to say, man. Because he didn't almost get him out. He just dominated him, but you never saw Male almost getting knocked out. You didn't see him, you know, very dominant. I don't know. I'm not a ref.
Fair. Fight! Getting set for round 2. It is Male in the red versus Ali Khorshidi in the blue.
Oh, nice push kick there from Male, working the body. Oh, nice.
And there, you know, he goes right back to the takedown, and I think that's a smart move. He got the takedown easily in round 1.
Male's throwing too heavy here. He should have.
But now we're in guard position, which is somewhat better for Male.
I don't know. The way Ali slipped through that half guard makes me think he's not going to be stuck here for very long. Oh, Male going for an armbar. Male's too slow when he scrambles. He needs to get up faster here. He's just significant. You can see this, just the athleticism and the movement once they're on the floor. Ali really is much more experienced and moves so much faster in the scrambles. Got to respect Male as well. He's very strong. He just powers his way out of these. Not very technical, but he's got a lot of fight in him. He needs to stand up here, try to get his. He's holding on to that single leg, but
Ali has not firmly established back control yet.
Yeah, he's got that single leg. What Malay could do is try to stand up here, or even reset.
He's hanging onto that leg. He's vulnerable to strikes here.
Yes, that left hand of his needs to shift. He can shift that the foot to his right hand and then swim his left hand to the other side. Now he stands up.
Opportunity to take the back here for Ali, potentially.
Malay just needs to hold onto the leg. If he lets go now, he's got the back, yes.
He's going for the choke. It's hard to see from this angle if he has it or not.
It's not in, but he is having a go.
Okay, now he has the body triangle. This is much better.
The maturity from Ali and how he, just moves, switch from position.
Ali's looking a little tired standing up there.
Malay too, but
Malay might have an opportunity here. Ali's hands are low. Big overhand from Ali. He's looking a little fatigued here.
Maybe a knee, a nice push kick.
Body shot
to the groin. Ali did not like that. Look at that. You see the grimace on his face. We hear the corner. We hear the corner of Malay say, hit him like tattoos. It means hit him in the tummy. And now we see Malay following those very clear instructions. Throwing
way too
wildly there. Gives up the back.
Gets his back taken standing. He manages to break the grip. Ali rips him to the ground. He needs to establish top position and control here.
Good work here from Ali, making sure that he gets this fight back to the ground where he's been so dominant. We saw him look a little bit fatigued. He can slow the fight down here, control the pace, get another round in the bag. He obviously has done more in this round. If he can ride out the next 2 minutes, 2 rounds in the bag, and puts all the pressure on Malay, or maybe he'll even just rest here for a while.
It looks like Malay is just trying to hug the head of Ali and wait for a stand-up by the referee. Ali trying to go knee on belly here. Malay finds the underhook on the left side, but he's bridging the wrong way.
If he bumps up with that underhook, he can underhook escape, but I think
Ali is back to mount, and he has 1:20 to work from this position.
And now both of them being exhausted, surely it's even easier for Ali to drop some bombs here. Smart fight IQ here from the Iranian Ali, taking the fight back to the ground where he's been so dominant. Malay's also tough as nails, man.
Absolutely.
This kid just keeps going, he doesn't care. Now puts the foot up on the knee.
What should Malay be trying to do here to escape from that?
Well, yeah, he should be riding up. He shouldn't be giving that high mount. He should be dropping his elbows into the hips of Ali and then slowly walking up. He could turn to like a half guard, turn to the side and try to push a knee and reap that leg into a half guard position. He could try to bridge out. You could also try to put hands on the hips. Oh my goodness, the referee.
Stand them up from mount.
The referee says you're not working hard enough, stands them up from mount.
That is
harsh call.
I mean, to stand them up from a dominant position like that.
Well, I mean, at the same time, Ali wasn't doing much, so he's got to work, man. He's got to be looking for the finish. But yeah, I think that's a very harsh call. I like how Ali is throwing now. Look at Ali. He's the one that's, he looks tired, but he's still throwing bombs at the end of each round.
Yep.
So what have you got? 2 rounds in the bag for Ali?
So far, that's that would be my scorecard if I were a judge. Let's take a look at some of the action from round 2. A big body kick from Ali, and he uses it to transition right back into a takedown, which he got pretty easily. Failed armbar attempt from Malay causes a scramble right here. Ali tries to take the back. Rips him to the ground.
Beautiful.
Pretty clear round for Ali. Malay might need a finish here going into the third.
Malay was having some success with those body shots. He might be getting cornered and coached to say, keep working the body and do not go down.
Fight!
Ready for round 3 between Male in the red and Ali Khorshidi in the blue. Now, Woody, you probably know a lot better than me. Body shots when you're tired just hit different.
They go through you. Male goes for a head kick. Male's cutting him off.
Oh, there's another body shot. Both guys exchanging here.
And Ali throws back with a nice right cross and liver kick. Oh, beautiful push through the middle.
How long is it going to be before Ali shoots?
I'm not sure, but he's doing good on the feet too. He's fighting really smart. When it suits him, he strikes, and when he, sees the opportunity, he takes the fight to the ground, where he's obviously much more dominant.
There's the takedown attempt. Big double leg, big slam. Wow. Lifted him right up. You see the grimace on the face of Male as he's stuck on the bottom again.
And Male, you see, like, he's got that knee there, but he should be working that right hand inside, get the underhook, and escape.
But he's staying too flat on his back. When he did get the underhook in the second round, he bridged the wrong way with it.
Yeah. See there, the toe nails that are imprinted on the right side, right at the liver area of Male.
Oh yeah, I see that. One of those big body kicks. And here we are in the mount position again. A position we've seen Ali establish several times throughout this fight. He's not been able to find the finish, but this is a dominant position.
I really like fighters like Ali like this. He's a world Sanda champion, but he knows that the only place where Male is going to beat him is on the feet, so he chooses just why fight him there?
Exactly.
He might not be a black belt jiu-jitsu, but he sure is more dominant than Male right now, and he's doing the right tactical thing. Every fight is different. Every game plan should be adjusted according to your opponent, and he is doing a damn good job.
If he leveled up his ground game, I think he would be a formidable threat in this division, because he's got the wrestling, he's got the striking. It's just you can see in some of these grappling transitions, he's just not super fluent.
But to be honest, I don't know if he'll land those double legs on the higher echelon of this division, because Male is standing planted still and not having any reaction.
Yeah.
Male really needs to work on his wrestling takedown defense, his hips on sprawling, and just powering out every time.
In these transitions, he had an opportunity today to take the back, and arm bars as well.
See now, look, Male's pushing up on the head, but he's letting go the underhooks. There, he's got one underhook now. Needs to spin out. There we go. Now he goes out.
2 minutes to work. Male is still dangerous. He's got that big left kick. Ali's hands are dropping.
Goes with a straight left.
Oh, big overhand right.
And
Male shrugs it off, but usually when you see a reaction from a fighter like that, that means they ate it. They took it. Ali's scoring. You can hear the urgency in Male's corner. Ali going for the takedown here again. Will he get it?
He's got the back, got the body lock. Male really needs to break those grips. He's smart to use the cage here. Walks to the cage so he can lean on the cage. Tries to break, but he gets
hit with that same takedown that Ali hit in the second round as well. Kind of a mat return there.
This is where Male, he needs to get his left hand inside. Get that underhook on with his left hand. The referee having none of the stalling, telling them to work. There's another warning, telling him to work. Cannot just hold your opponent down. You need to look for the finish.
You see him trying to pin that on. Nice. This is dangerous now from Ali, or Male, excuse me. Ali's got the crucifix position here. Let's see if he can land some elbows. He keeps trying to pin that arm.
Back in the crucifix position. There's a... He's going for Kimura there.
For the key lock there. Illegal elbow?
Yep, cannot do a 12-6 elbow.
Is it 1 point?
Yeah, because you cannot do, in the JCK rules, you cannot do a 12-6 or a back fist, like a back fist elbow. You can't do a spinning elbow, you can't do a back elbow, and right there he did a back elbow.
Oh,
big push kick.
Welcomes him back to his feet. Another takedown at the end of the round. And that'll be it for our first fight of the evening.
Very dominant performance here by the Iranian Ali Khorshidi. You got to, you know, it's sad that the referee had to take a point, but in the fighters' meetings, I've attended those fighters' meetings, the rule meetings, they're very clear. Don't give 12 to 6 elbows and do not give any back elbows or spinning elbows. It's illegal. And when he did that, the ref immediately stopped him and deducted a point.
Big double leg slam here from Ali. You know, that was really the story of the fight. Wrestling and grappling dominance. He was able to control the fight on the mat.
And even on the feet, he was taking initiation. You felt like Male was a little bit more dangerous, and he had that feeling of he could end at any time. But it was Andi who was doing all the work on the feet and just cashing in them points, just tagging him and not moving. And every time Male overextended, he got punished by being taken down. Look at that beautiful counter overhand follow with a kick, and there, dumps him again, picks him up.
Yeah, Ali was able to land pretty much every single takedown that he attempted. And I think that's ultimately what's going to win him the decision here. With the deducted point, I could...
接下来宣布比赛结果。本场男子 MMA 综合格斗规则次中量级比赛的最终裁定结果如下：1号裁判27比29 ，Judge Number 1 27 to 29；2号裁判27比29 ，Judge Number 2 27 to 29；3号裁判26比29 ，Judge Number 3 26 to 29。本场比赛3位裁判一致性判定。 蓝方胜 For the winner, by unanimous decision, win by point, presenting Iran, the blue corner, Ali Khorshidi。接下来，我们掌声有请颁奖嘉宾。 北京首药生物科技有限公司副总经理李金先生，山西九州通医药有限公司副总经理刘永凯先生，有请二位。有请颁奖嘉宾同红蓝双方选手共同合影留念。 感谢颁奖嘉宾，感谢双方选手。接下来将会进行是男子羽量级的复赛对决。
And it's time for the second bout of tonight's card. And walking out of the blue corner is the Chinese fighter Mulati Yimahazi. This 22-year-old, maybe the tallest featherweight in the division at 188 centimeters with a reach of 190 centimeters. This is his second fight in JCK. He is currently on a 4-fight winning streak and has only lost once early in his career. He is a finisher with 80% of his fights not going the distance, and at only 22. This young fighter is looking to make a statement in a very tough and stacked JCK featherweight division. Tonight, he is welcoming the Russian to our promotion, and it's tall and rangy versus super tall and super rangy. And at the weigh-ins, these two warriors were very intense and had a cold stare down with neither fighter backing off. They both kept the intensity for a long time, and I hope they can keep it coming all the way through to the action of the pack. Well, some fans coming here for photos just threw us off a little bit. Anyway, let's get back. We see him there, focused. Man, I don't know how he made his way. I thought, because he in the weigh-ins, he was wearing his clothes, and we couldn't see. Yes, he does look, you know, he's not super muscular, but he doesn't have a small frame.
Not at all. He's like 6'2".
He's so tall, man. 6 foot tall.
6'2" at 145. That's insane.
That's insane, right? And only 22 years old. We welcome Yimahazi.
And here comes his opponent out of the red corner. It is Idris Abdurashidov out of Russia. He's another young fighter, only 22 years old as well. And he's 4-0 as a pro. He's looked phenomenal as a pro so far. He is an international master of sport in combat sambo. And as far as I remember, in Russia, what that means is you had to have placed at like a world level competition. So, you know, he's world-class sambo guy, undefeated as a pro, and all of his wins are by finish as well. So he's a very exciting fighter. Yeah, it's funny, his opponent is so tall for the weight class because this guy's tall for the weight class too. He's 178 centimeters, very long reach, 185 centimeter reach, that's really long. He trains at Tiger Muay Thai in Phuket, which if you've ever trained there, you know it's a high-level team, lots of high-level guys coming in and out of there all the time. So to me, this is a really intriguing matchup. And man, it's a pick'em fight, I think, Woody.
Well, this is a tough matchup, but you know, we had a delegation from Dagestan come in. We have some of the VIPs, and the coach was just shaking hands with them. I didn't get a chance to speak to Idris, but I wouldn't be surprised if this Sambo wrestler has phenomenal wrestling. Let's have a look at the tail of the tape. And look at both these guys. 185 centimeter reach for Idris and 190 at featherweight. That is ridiculous.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 男子羽量级的复赛争夺，栏目选手身高188公分，臂展190厘米，体重66.50公斤，年龄22岁，来自于宁波北极狼格斗俱乐部。MMA 综合格斗战绩5战4胜1负 ，JCK 战决胜战绩1战1胜。他就是 Mulati Yimahazi。本场比赛，红方选手身高178公分，臂展185厘米，体重66.40公斤，年龄22岁，来自于 Warrior Team。MMA 综合格斗战绩4战全胜。那么今天晚上上 JCK 战决城的首秀 ，Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the red corner from Russia. I give you Idris Abdurashidov. 本场比赛场上裁判王悦。
Judge, time, ready, fight!
All set for the second bout of the evening between Idris Abdurashidov in the red and Mulati Yimahazi in the blue.
Oh, beautiful, heavy calf kick from Idris. Look at Idris, he's so sharp with his kicks.
Yeah, those are nasty kicks right away.
Hands up high, very technical.
Oh, another calf kicks.
Another beautiful calf kick. And he kicks him so...
Ooh, spinning kick. Idris has got some power in his hands and feet.
And look at how light he is on his feet.
Those calf kicks are going to be a problem if they keep
Yimahazi goes for a heavy right cross, but look at the respect he has, checking with that front leg.
Spinning back fist. Oh, these guys are throwing down, wasting no time. Okay.
Oh no, he's got a ninja choking already. He's locked up the legs. I think this is going to be it.
That's going to be a wrap.
To finish it.
Tight guillotine choke. That's a tight guillotine choke right there. Are we going to see the tap? He's out. He's out. He's out. He's out. He's out.
He's sleeping. That's
Slept him. Idris Abdurashidov makes a huge statement here in the very first round. Puts to sleep Mulati Yimahazi with a beautiful guillotine. He went for that ninja choke. Then when he closed his guard, changed to a normal guillotine, and that's all she wrote. He even flipped him over. My goodness, what a statement. And he looks so good on the feet.
Mulati is still down. The ref didn't notice that he was out. He was getting choked well after he was unconscious.
Beautifully worked. I mean, what a statement made from the very get-go.
That was a brutal choke. As you said, he went for the ninja choke and then adjusted to that like high elbow guillotine.
Yeah, he locked up that elbow guillotine. I mean, let's give it to Mulati. He was fighting through it all for a long time, but once he rolled him over,
he was still trying to punch him while he was in the guillotine.
Yes.
So big exchange here, which causes Mulati to shoot. Leaves his neck out there. Idris wraps up the ninja choke right away and pulls guard with it.
Look at that close guard.
He loses the grip a little bit here. You can see it's kind of on his forearm. So he makes the adjustment to the high elbow guillotine.
I think this is
and
where
he's out. He's out here. He's already out right here.
Yeah. There he's already sleeping.
And he's just getting, you know, yeah, pretty brutal finish. Amazing job by Idris.
Luckily,
接下来生物比赛结果，本场男子 MMA 综合格斗规则与量级复赛比赛的最终结果为：来自于俄罗斯的红方选手伊德里斯·阿卜杜拉希多夫，第一回合1分04秒使用断头台降服获胜。The winner is red corner, win by guillotine choke. 接下来，掌声有请颁奖嘉宾。 山西省太原市宜春商会会长、山西国邦药业有限公司总经理金林先生。感谢颁奖嘉宾，感谢双方选手。接下来的时间将会进行是今天晚上男子轻量级的复赛交锋。
Here we go to the third bout of tonight. Teguh, Primadian, the Titan. Man, this guy has had 23 amateur fights before he went pro. Tonight will be his second fight as an MMA professional. This Malaysian warrior won 20 out of those 23 amateur fights, which is very impressive. And he will be stacked up going against the pro tonight, because tonight he's fighting someone who probably fought much less as an amateur, but did have a significant striking Sanda career. Also, we got to mention, he's not a very big featherweight at only 100 centimeters tall. He has fought at 65 kilograms most of his career, now moving up to 66. But remember, at 60, in the amateurs, you don't normally cut that much. And we have seen some fighters have success when they move up in weight, but we've also seen the tables get turned just due to the size difference. Teguh has many ground and pound finishes, and he might look to take Wang down and avoid the striker's heavy hands. And I'm telling you from personal experience, Wang Hesong has some powerful hands. So I think if Teguh did his homework, he'll probably try to exploit Wang's not so high level. I mean, definitely that's where his weakness is on the ground. So JCK welcomes Teguh the Titan Primadian to the JCK cage.
And here comes his opponent out of the red corner. It is Wang Hesong, an opponent that you know well, Woody. 34 years of age as well. You know, another veteran who's been around for a long time. He's training out of the Black Tiger Club in Beijing, where he is also a striking coach. That's a very famous MMA club in China. Zhang Weili often trains there herself. So Wang Hesong has fought in JCK 3 times thus far, and so far he's 1-2. But if you look at the 2 names he lost to, both of them are big names. So he fought Wang-chi, who's a perennial contender in the division, and he took him to a split decision in a close fight. One in which Wang-chi had to take him down because Wang Hesong was looking really good on the feet. And then, of course, he lost to Ali, and you know, that guy's just an absolute beast. Absolutely no shame in that whatsoever. So Wang Hesong is a well-rounded fighter, but definitely shines in the striking department. As I mentioned, he's 34 years old, so the time is now for him to really make a statement and make an impact in this division and climb the rankings.
Man, but he's an absolute lifeline martial artist. You know, he came from the Sanda right through the whole program. You know, he was part of his province team. He ended up he's coaching at Black Tiger. You know, he was brought in to coach and help with Zhang Weili, and now he's working there part-time as a striking coach and made the move now to MMA. He recently had a baby. His wife and his mother-in-law live in Beijing as well with him. So he's scrapping away to make a better living and trying to make a big future for him and his family.
You said the guy hits really hard.
Oh, like a truck. You'll see.
Yeah, I saw him hit it.
He made Wang-chi shoot for the legs. It makes you you know.
Here he is, Wang Hesong.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 男子轻量级的复赛争夺，拿么选手身高170公分，臂展174厘米，体重70.80公斤，年龄34岁，来自于 Octagon Asia MMA， 职业生涯战绩19战17胜2负。那么今天晚上上了 JCK 战决城的首秀 ，Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the blue corner from Malaysia. Gets ready for the Titan. 德国。本场比赛，红光选手身高180公分，臂展173厘米，体重71.40公斤，年龄34岁，来自于北京黑虎国际俱乐部。MMA 综合格斗战绩6战4胜2负 ，JCK 战决城战绩3战1胜2负。他就是来自于中国的红光选手王贺。本场比赛场上裁判张永新。
All set for our third bout of the evening between Wang Hesong in the red and Teguh Primadian in the blue. This is a great matchup.
Nice feints from the southpaw Primadian, but look at Wang Hesong, so calm and stoic, just waiting. Watch that right cross of his followed by a left hook. He throws that right hand with bad intent.
Haven't seen too many fighters out of Malaysia in JCK.
Yeah, you're right. This could be the first one, actually. I need to think. I
don't know a lot about him. I read that he had a very extensive amateur career.
And he's also, you know, he's not that young anymore. He's 34. Both these guys are 34. But as a professional, Wang Hesong having a ton more experience.
Yeah, coming from that Sambo background. Or a Sanda background, excuse me.
He was two-time.
Okay, let's see how the takedowns look, how the grappling looks from Teguh here.
Yeah. I mean, Teguh has a lot of ground finishes, and I predicted he'll be looking for the finish, but man, Wang Hesong is training with some of the best there in Black Tiger. A lot of tough wrestlers, a good jiu-jitsu program there. We saw his corner is Lai, a very good featherweight as well, a big-sized featherweight, a JCK fighter.
So far, takedown defense is holding up for Wang Hesong. I would like to see him try to dig for some underhooks here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think he should be doing. But Teguh having good head position, working the legs.
There he goes, digging that left underhook. Now it's a much more even position.
Teguh spending a lot of energy here. It does look like Wang is calm.
Wang has got a body lock of his own here.
Now he's the one that's got Teguh pressed up against the cage. Looks for an outside trip.
Almost had it. Teguh showing some pretty good balance and strength. That was, just
pretty strong. Wang Hesong is also pretty strong, but I believe his main power is his exposed. Oh, nice little trip.
Caught that knee, hit a little knee tap there.
Now he's the one on top.
Right back up to his feet.
Sprawling heavy. And they disengage.
Kind of a stalemate there in the clinch. Neither guy really able to assert dominance. Wang Hesong looks fresh here. I feel like he's still trying to find his timing and distance with the strikes.
Nice
right hand.
A big right hand.
Sprawls.
Oh,
nice knee.
We see Teguh immediately drop his knees down. Think that he doesn't want to get kneed anymore.
It doesn't look like Wang Hesong is even thinking about the guillotine. He has a front headlock here.
Well, he might be. Let's see what he's doing. Is he trying to just fish for taking the back, or is he trying to stand up again?
I feel like he's just putting his weight on him and controlling from front headlock here. Because it is tiring for your opponent to have to carry your weight from the bottom here.
You can hear his corner is speaking to him the whole time. He's acknowledging them.
Nice right hand. That's a
so
big
powerful, man.
You know, you can tell he's got a lot of power in those shots. Just being very patient here. Controlling position.
I mean, both these guys, when they fight so different when you talk to them. They're both so friendly and soft-spoken when you speak to them in person, but both these guys are just, you know, athletic monsters.
But they're in here to win. They're not messing around. They want another W on their record. They want to take home that win bonus.
Man, this is actually what I tell, you know, when I coach my students, I tell them, man, we're not in here on dating, you know, we're not dating, we're here for violence, you know.
Certainly not dating. Here to fight.
He might be fishing for an anaconda here.
He seems more interested in just controlling position. I mean, in the judge's eyes, he's the one in control here. He's winning.
There, is he? No, he's not trying to. Nice little short punch. Now
Okay,
Teguh has 2-on-1.
He's controlling the wrist. Let's see if he can use this to stand up here. Able to get back to his feet. I really like how Wang Hesong timed one of those knees and hit a little knee tap there.
Tries to do a little hook on the exit. Another. Oh, but that was...
Was that a low blow?
Yeah, but that's really Teguh's own fault. Unfortunately for Teguh, I feel sorry for him. But he dropped his body and Wang Hesong hit him and the hand slipped down. And probably, I'm guessing what happened, he caught the cup.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing that happens. When you get that cup and you scrape the cup, you just imagine, you scrape it down, you know, quite a few centimeters. It's not the cup that's the only thing being scraped down, you know?
Indeed.
So,
although, I'd rather take a cup scrape than a direct punch to the family jewels.
Oh, it's a deflected punch there.
Yeah, absolutely not intentional, so.
I don't know, I don't agree with you. If you get a push kick straight on the cup, it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Because the cup, basically the cup frame goes straight into your groin area, like your bones or your hips. But if it scrapes, it rips everything with it.
Yeah, we don't want any ripping going on. we get to see multiple angles here of the low blow.
He definitely hit him on the elbow, and the hand the hand just got deflected. Man, I hope Primadian gets, you know, fully recovered here. It's so unfortunate when accidents like this happen. It does affect you, but you need to go on with the fight.
Yeah,
you know, and how much of that goes to
I
play?
Think, I think too few guys take as much time as they need because they feel pressure to get back to the fight right away. You have 5 minutes,
but for the whole fight, not for every injury.
Oh, really?
So if you're bad, just go on.
Oh, like
who
a total
knows?
5 minutes.
Yeah, if you get an eye poke now, there's only whatever. Oh, a big head kick. Oh, Teguh eats it. My God, look at
chin.
Short little left hook at the end, but my goodness, Wang Hesong, look at Primadian. He is dazed. walking back to his corner, but so wobbly on his feet.
He almost didn't know like where to go.
Well, lucky for him, he chose the right corner, but what a kick at the end of that round. Wang Hesong just dropping the hammer.
I think that would have slept a lot of people. Let's take a look at the replay. See the shot here from Teguh, wasn't able to make good on it.
Yeah, that was right very early in the fight, and there's that trip from Wang Hesong. He actually ended up on top.
Oh, he landed a nasty right hand in that transition there, spinning to the back. There's the unfortunate nut punch.
Let's see.
Boom! Head kick. I think that would have slept a lot of people. Teguh's got a big old head.
Brings back memories. I kicked Wang Hesong with a head kick like that.
Oh, yeah? Oh. Good thing he's...
I'll definitely tease him about it later.
Sure.
He ate it too. He's tough. Was wobbly out.
Ready to go for round 2.
Oh, body kick!
And Teguh, who shoots immediately,
eats a kick for
doesn't want any more of those kicks.
Look at how beautiful Wang Hesong is picking him up. He's got one underhook.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, his takedown defense
overhook.
has improved a lot since the Wang Chi fight.
Well, I mean, he did pretty good against Wang Chi. Wang Chi at the end got him down, but just Ali, he was totally outclassed. And I think you don't learn wrestling for 2 years and go out wrestle Ali.
Right.
You know, a lifetime high-level wrestler like that. But he's doing very good here against Primadian.
Yeah, you could tell Primadian just did not want.
Nice circling out.
Oh, he gets cracked again.
How tough is Primadian? He's ate a lot of damage. That was another.
I tell you, look at the size of the guy's head. I think that has a lot to do with it. He's just got a big skull.
So tough. Now you see the speed and crispness of Wang Hesong starting to loosen up, getting confidence here from the Chinese fighter. Look at him loaded up that right hand, loaded up that right foot. There's a big body shot right through the middle.
Yeah, you know, Wang Hesong is piecing him up on the feet. I would just like to see him throw more combos. He's kind of throwing one strike at a time here, one big shot at a time. I feel like if he chained them together 2 or 3, he could do a lot more damage.
I think he's scared of being taken down, so that's why he throws one, gets ready to sprawl. Throws one, gets ready to sprawl. Because look there, Primadian immediately shot, and he countered.
Okay, he tried like a lateral drop there, but just, you know, failed, and now he's on bottom.
And how long before we see those heavy short punches from Wang Hesong? There's an elbow.
Nice elbows there.
Another elbow.
I really like how he's using that overhook.
Heavy
I wonder
overhook.
if we'll see him try for a Darce. That's he
might go for arm triangle. But
Let's see.
He is stuck in half guard.
He's thinking about it.
He needs to pass the guard.
Go for it. Why not? Because you can pass the guard while you're attacking.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes.
There we go. And you know, Teguh's exhausted too, so he might not
now if he can pass his, if he can pass.
Okay, big shots. Look at this scoring position. He almost looked dazed and
just taking that
there for a
ground
second.
pound. Man, I'm telling you, Wang Hesong looks like a trap. He needs to be careful here. Primadian has got a Khmer locked up here. Wang Hesong needs to respect it.
The old double wrist lock. Pretty hard to pull that off from bottom half guard.
Big punch there again.
I feel like look at Teguh's body language here. It's not good. Yeah, I feel like if Wang Hesong poured it on, he could finish him.
Yeah, he's not nice. Oh, he might even have almost went to a Dagestan handcuff there.
You know, that arm triangle is there as well.
If he's
begging to get arm triangled right now.
Almost if Wang Hesong just goes for a knee cut right now, cleans up his hands.
Go for it.
He might be thinking about just stepping over. Look at the beautiful punches here from him.
Oh, big shot. You can hear those cage sides. Those are powerful.
Very, very powerful.
I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of those. It does not look fun. Minute and a half to work. I think he could get the finish. Look at
Teguh. Oh, the referee's going to stop. His corner should be telling him to fight. The referee step closer there. Just keep hitting. The referee's going to stop the fight. I'm telling you, that's it. The referee stops the fight.
Wang Hesong TKO.
Wang Hesong, man, a very dominant performance. So much heart and toughness shown here by the Malaysian Teguh Primadian, but in the end, the veteran, the Sanda veteran, Wang Hesong, gets a finish win here in JCK.
Hometown crowd cheering on the Chinese fighter. International matchup here.
Goes over some sportsmanship shown between. Let's look at the finish here. Just short, heavy punches.
Like you could tell, Teguh was just shelling up. He was like almost looking for a way out at the end. You know, I think Wang Hesong's power was just too much for him.
I'm telling you, this guy hits like a truck.
You know, he's just turtled up here, eating these shots. The referee had no choice but to step in.
There he even tapped.
He even tapped, okay.
Yes, he even tapped.
Okay.
I have so much respect to the Malaysian fighter, man. How tough is this kid? And how much heart did he show? Awesome work here. I hope he comes back. You know, I think he might want to consider moving to one smaller division. Felt like he was a little bit outclassed, like outside.
接下来胜负比赛结果，本场在MMA综合格斗规则轻量级复赛的最终结果为来自于中国的红方选手王鹤松，第二回合3分45秒使用地面砸击 TKO 获胜。The winner is red corner, win by ground and pound. 接下来掌声有请颁奖嘉宾，中国马王荣誉获得者王瑞清先生，国药控股阳泉公司总经理武涛先生，有请二位。感谢颁奖嘉宾，感谢双方选手出色的发挥，谢谢。接下来将会进行的是银量级的复赛交锋。
There we go. Our next fight on the card tonight. We welcome Zelangzhaxi. Man, his team, you see his team there behind him. Some superstars there. We see the sumo. Sumo, he's very famous in China. The coach, Wang, and also, unfortunately, the fight that fell through there. But welcome Zelangzhaxi to JCK. 20-8 at only 26 years of age. He's already an MMA veteran with tons of experience and having fought in other top promotions in Asia. He's now ready to make his move to JCK with his eyes set on the title and that 1 million RMB tournament championship money. You know, 50% of his wins are either via KO, TKO, and another 20% via submissions. We know he is a finisher. And training at Embo, we also can make a very estimated guess that he's been training since a kid. I didn't get a chance to interview him, but most of the kids who come out of that camp have been training since a very young age. And we'll see, they have I want to say patented or such a trademark energy about them. They're so confident when they step in the cage. They let things just flow. They enter that flow state almost naturally. And I think he has a big advantage, even though tonight he's making his JCK debut. His team is fighting on almost every JCK event. So their coach, their team, their support network, they know the ins and outs of Fight Week here at the JCK Center. Let's see what Zelangzhaxi can do here under the JCK banner.
Man, you know, I'm really looking forward to this one. I am a big fan of this guy, Yihuoage, coming out of the red corner, making his way down to the cage now. He's already a JCK veteran with 10 fights in the JCK cage, going 7-3. If you look at his losses, though, you have to consider that 2 of them were up a weight class at bantamweight. You know, he fights kind of in both weight classes, but I'm of the opinion he's much more competitive in the flyweight class here. His frame is much better suited for this weight class here. I mean, he fought guys like Yimahazi and the tournament champ Du Lilei at bantamweight. Those are just really tough matchups, and those guys were just too big for him. You know, so 7-3, including those fights, I think is very impressive. and he's still only 22 years old, so he has a wealth of experience for such a young fighter. He's looking in great shape tonight. I think he's in the right division, and we haven't seen him in 9 months, which is a pretty long layoff for him. He's usually very active, so I'm really curious to see how he's going to do tonight. I think this is a great matchup for him. He's very well-rounded. He mixes in striking, wrestling, and grappling very fluidly. He has almost like an unorthodox karate-like stance where he darts in and out. Very well-rounded. 75.
His top game is really dangerous. He's got super powerful top game control.
Yeah.
But his submission game is questionable. And one would think that an Nbo fighter would try to exploit that. And also, his striking is powerful, yet unorthodox.
Here he is, Yihuoage.
Let's have a look at tape, and we see the height and reach advantage goes to Zelangzhaxi.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 轻量级的复赛争夺，栏目选手身高168公分，臂展176厘米，体重57.40公斤，年龄27岁，来自于恩波格斗俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩29战8负1平。那么今天晚上上了 JCK 战决城的首秀，他就是来自于中国的南方选手小钢炮Zelangzhaxi。本场比赛，红方选手身高159公分，臂展164厘米，体重57.30公斤，年龄22岁，来自于一格斗综合格斗俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩12战8胜4负 ，JCK 战决城战绩10战7胜3负，他就是Idris Yihuoage。本场比赛场上裁判白云峰。
Judge, time. Ready,
fight! All set for our featured prelim between Yihuoage in the red and Zelangzhaxi in the blue.
Look at the low stance of Yihuoage.
Really excited for this one. You know, like I said, this is the weight class for Yihuoage, I believe.
Look at the beautiful hands up high and slick, fast, sliding movement from Zelangzhaxi.
I saw him warming up in the cage, and he's a really slick grappler. I mean, a lot of those Unbo guys are really good.
I'll tell you an inside scoop. These two have fought each other at the Unbo in-house fight show before.
Really?
But that was right at the beginning of Yihuoage's career. Like after only 1 year of training, he lost that fight. I think it was technically an amateur exhibition fight.
Yeah.
But now I'm sure he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Well, he has come a long way since then, for sure.
He's got his coach and mentor in the corner, but now
big shot by Zelangzhaxi. There's the shot from Yihuoage. He's got double. Does he have double underhooks or just the one?
He got double unders, but then Zelangzhaxi dug in that left underhook.
Gotcha.
This is where he's very, very strong, Yihuoage.
Learning from his mentor, Yihuoage.
A national wrestling champion. Yeah, we see Buho is right there in the corner of Yihuoage, giving him instruction. Now it's Zelangzhaxi.
Former flyweight king, excuse me. Good mentor to have when you're also competing in this division. Kind of a stalemate here against the fence.
But you know, you see now the calmness of Zelangzhaxi, which I don't know what they have in the water there at the Unbo Fight Club, but man, they just come fight day. These guys are chill as chill could be.
He's got a good corner with him, as you said, Wang and Abdurashidov. Resident star in the building tonight. UFC veteran. Yihuoage briefly established.
Nice, nice. Another knee. That's 3 knees. very clean, but 3 knees to the face of Yihuoage.
Really using those frames very well to land knees.
Both these guys switching stances. Yihuoage's striking is just so unorthodox. Hard to hit him because he also moves and defends in an unorthodox way.
Yeah, kind of darts in and out, switches stances.
But even his defense, the way he blocks and moves, sometimes he drops his head really low. He's already standing so low. Sometimes it's
nice calf kick.
One of the toughest things to do is to find someone who fights so unorthodox, even if you can say technically incorrectly, because they're just so unpredictable. Hard to catch them with something because they're always doing some random reaction.
Yeah.
Look at the patience.
Oh, big left
beautiful.
hand. Follows
left
it up
hand.
with a double leg shot. It looks like Zelangzhaxi is going for the guillotine, but it doesn't look very tight from here.
Yeah, that biceps a little bit high on the top of the head. If he can sit up, if he can scoot back out again and reset it. He's not trying to...
It's an arm-in guillotine, but it doesn't look very tight to me.
Yeah, that left hand is not tight at all. Oh, you see that?
Yeah,
he's
you can
connected
see it's not
the
fully under the chin.
If he can...
He's already given up the grip.
Yes.
And now Yihuoage
might be looking for a tricky little armbar here. No.
He's established top position now. Let's see what he can do with it. You know, he's very stifling from top.
And we know Yihuoage is super strong from this position.
You see his corner there, Buhoyo guy yelling.
And he always works. I love watching Yihuoage's ground and pound. He doesn't stop, man. He looks to do some dirty work and punch, do some damage. Just doesn't stop. Never lazy inside other people's guards.
And that's exhausting for your opponent too. Even if your shots are not doing a whole lot of damage, like you still have to deal with it. You still have to defend it and expend energy in the defense. Trying to get back up to his feet here against the cage is Zelangzhaxi. Yihuoage tries for a big mat return. Takes the back, 2 hooks in, riding high.
He's got 2 hooks in.
Is Zelangzhaxi going to be able to shake him off? He's riding pretty high here. He's doing a good job of hooking the leg to prevent himself from slipping off.
Yeah, and you know, he was even holding that knee. It looks like he was thinking about switching.
10 seconds left in the round. This is a big moment here for
look at
going for the choke. Looks like he's going for a
choke.
face crank here. Wow. Big moment for him at the end of the round. I think that stole him the round.
Yes, absolutely. And pretty surprised. I thought that Zelangzhaxi would have the benefit if it were to hit the ground. But of course, Yihuoage does have very good top game control. Let's have a look at some of the highlights. What do you say to them if you're in the corner, though? What do you say to Zelangzhaxi? Keep it on the feet.
Stay off your back. Try to get up if you get taken down is what I would be saying.
And
nice jab there.
Nice knees as well. But look at these knees, like frames knees.
That was beautiful. Really using that frame really well. You could see him going for the guillotine here. He committed to it. I guess he gave up that takedown from the guillotine. And then Yihuoage was able to hit a little mat return here, take his back, and lock on that face crank at the end of the round.
Out. Ready? Fight!
All set for round 2 between Yihuoage in the red and Zelangzhaxi in the blue.
Both these guys look very fresh. Yihuoage.
Hey, nice sprawl. I was wondering how long it would be before Yihuoage shot, given his success on the ground in the first round.
Yihuoage had that beautiful straight left through the middle that rocked Zelangzhaxi. It feels like he... Oh,
he got
sits
clipped
him down.
Oh,
he
the
catches
right
him
hand.
again with the right hand.
Zelangzhaxi pouring it on with some big shots. Those are landing.
Zelangzhaxi hits him with just going in, looking for the finish.
Yihuoage, big knee
Another
now.
knee. Another knee.
He got rocked there.
So tough.
And now Zelangzhaxi with a takedown, and let's see what he can do from top position.
Drop some elbows
Oh,
now.
nasty. I like how he's taking his time here.
How did Yihuoage survive that flurry? Took so much damage there. Still staying in the fight, defending himself.
I like how he's taking his time here, not rushing. He's got a control position. Wow.
Oh, he's reversed. Now he's on top.
Great fight. Yihuoage is just tough, next level toughness, because he ate some big shots there. This is a great fight.
So durable. He's Yihuoage, granite chin, heart of a lion, man. Like, if you meet him in person, you know, he's like a big dog in a small box, man. He's got, I think his heart's bigger than his body, man.
Look at this. Was that an Ezekiel choke attempt? Like, pretty rare to see that. I think Yihuoage's haircut made those shots look more dramatic, because as he was getting hit, his hair was just like flying around
all over the place. There we see Zelangzhaxi trying to get up, gives up that body gut wrench. Oh, might be looking for a Kimura here. Got the Kimura grip. Oh, uses it to break the grip and stand.
Great
separate
fight
again. Yes.
Now let's see if Yihuoage is still a little wobbly on the feet, because he did take some big shots there. He looks pretty clear-headed.
Eyes wide open. Now he must respect the sniping skills of Zelangzhaxi, but Zelangzhaxi also needs to be careful not to get taken down again.
Zelangzhaxi's got to have a little bit. Whoa, they're throwing down here. Big shot from Yihuoage, big slam. Wow,
huge slam.
He's stuck in the guillotine again, but once again, it doesn't look very tight. The angle is not ideal.
He's cranking, but he pops out the head. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in round 2. Now he goes to the other side. Yeah, he can scoot back up. This is how he's going to set up the guillotine.
Keeps attacking that guillotine.
Man, but Yihuoage,
so far,
his body frame and his neck is so...
Not a lot of neck to choke there, I guess. And Yihuoage, I don't know, he spent a lot of time on top this round, but he did get rocked pretty well there. Can he win the round like this?
He's got control, but he's not doing too much damage. He needs to start dropping some bombs, because, I mean, he was almost finished there for a moment. The ref almost stepped in. He got rocked and then he got dropped.
Rocked around the cage. Looks like he's going for that guillotine again, but he's not quite able to get the right angle on it.
He's just cranking the neck.
And how much of a waste of energy is that for him as well? Like, he keeps going back to it.
Now he's doing the right thing. If Zelangzhaxi can scoot his hips out, he needs to create the space so he can get that shoulder or biceps closer to the back of the neck of Zelangzhaxi.
Okay, Yihuoage has found his way to the back again, looking to put one hook in. He did establish that like face crank sort of position at the end of the first round, excuse me.
Nice knee.
Knees to the body. They separate.
Yihuoage walking forward. Zelangzhaxi circles out, goes back to the middle of the cage. He'll be looking to snipe with something. Both these guys do have power in their hands.
Great matchup between these guys. These guys match up very well with each other.
Big push kick from Yihuoage.
Shout out to the matchmakers for this one. This was a great one. And we're not done yet. We got a third round coming up.
There we go. We're going to see a third round. Close round. I probably give it. You see, he set him down.
Hit with that right hand coming in. Another right hand.
Him. And here we saw the ref have a closer look.
Eating multiple right hands. Heavy shots here. Trying to find his bearings. He gets rocked again. Able to survive, but that was a pretty brutal onslaught there.
And a beautiful inside trip.
And then
look at this reversal.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. Total shift in momentum, because after that, Yihuoage was able to spend a lot of the round on top. He gets a takedown here. Big lift and a slam. Tough round to call. I can see it going either way.
Ready?
ready for our third and final round between Yihuoage
look
and the
at
red.
that. Yihuoage touches gloves, jabs, and goes and picks him up.
No big slam this time, just kind of sets him down, but it still gets the job done.
He picks him up, does a 360, and then gently puts him down.
Yeah.
Now he's already in a half guard.
In a better position this time. Top of half guard.
It feels like Yihuoage is just like physically stronger than Zelangzhaxi. Just
well, you know,
the way he manhandles him.
He's spent part of his recent career fighting up at bantamweight against guys like Dulilua, Jimmy Yusha. So a natural flyweight, excuse me, is going to feel a lot less powerful now by comparison to him. I like how he used that overhook there, but Zelangzhaxi back to his feet.
Both these guys faking. Looks like they're looking for some big bombs.
And you know what? Yihuoage's got some great cardio.
Yes.
He can keep this pace up all night. And to me, it looks like Zelangzhaxi is a little bit fatigued.
Yep.
He's not defending the takedowns as easily as he was earlier in the fight.
You know, we thought, because if you look at their records, you know, just the experience difference between these two, and also the history. I mean, they fought each other before, but one of them has had 13 fights, and the other one has had 29 professional fights. You know, and also Zelangzhaxi, he fought internationally before, and you're like, that's another level of pressure, another level of media, another level of hype, another level of eyes on you, you know?
Yeah.
But Yihuoage, I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. He wants to get revenge for his loss at the beginning of his career.
He can be like, hey, the first time we fought was like an amateur bout, and now we're on the big stage.
Exactly.
And he's looking great here.
With 3 minutes to go.
I know he's technically less experienced, but he's had 10 fights in JCK against pretty decent level competition.
Absolutely, and just relentless in how he doesn't stop.
I think his biggest weapon in this fight so far has been his tenacity and his cardio.
Yep.
Like, look at the pace that he's still going at. It's like halfway through the third round, and he's just attacking.
Goes for another dump.
Takedown after takedown, and he doesn't stop when they hit the ground. He's constantly trying to advance position.
Look at Zelangzhaxi trying to push that head down, but beautifully done by Yihuoage. Just switches. He keeps chaining the wrestling.
Getting smothered.
Goes to different positions.
Another
big dump.
That's got to be his third or fourth takedown of this round. Every time Zelangzhaxi is able to make it back to his feet, it's not long before he's dragged back down.
Wow. Non-stop. Just so, you said it, tenacious. Just grindy, gritty, doesn't stop.
Yeah. He does annoying things like on top in guard, he's like crushing his head like into the guy's chin, like using head pressure and stuff, like giving him no space.
Yes, and also just never stops. You know, if you move, he moves. If you don't move, he punches. If you move, he punches, and then he moves. Just, you know.
Yeah.
Those little, and every now and then he's throwing some pitter-patter punches, but every now and then he throws something big. And we've seen that the referees don't allow you to try and stall in a dominant position. They will stand you up, but he's so active, it'll be hard to imagine the referee's going to try to stand him up, because he's
scoring.
He's working.
He is working the whole time. He doesn't just sit back and hold the guy. Look, he's trying to pass here. He's past the top half guard. You can tell he's going to try to take the back. When Zelangzhaxi goes to stand. Big mat return again.
Zelangzhaxi just doesn't have an answer for his wrestling right now.
But he does transition. But look
at that. Look at the athleticism.
Great scramble here. He's trying to lock up kind of like a Kimura double wrist lock here to defend the takedown. But
he's going for a Kimura. He might be able, if he can.
The head stuck in there though.
Yep, he gets that hand out. Man, Yihuoage is a powerhouse.
And he just doesn't stop. Like, here we are 20 seconds away from the end of the fight, and he's still keeping up a hellacious pace. Man, great performance by Yihuoage. I'm really impressed.
I mean, both these guys are really good. Zelangzhaxi came so close when he caught him and dropped him.
Yeah, 100%.
But Yihuoage.
Great fight for both men. Great fight for both men.
We see a very fired up Yihuoage. He thinks he's done enough. We see there his mentor and coach, Yihuoage, coming inside. Who do you got?
I would say pretty clear 29-28 Yihuoage. There's a case for 30-27, but 2 rounds to 1 would be my scorecard. You can see this is where he got rocked there in the second round. This is from the first round.
You know, but in the first round, on the feet, Zelangzhaxi also did some damage. Even though Yihuoage was controlling him more on the ground, he didn't do that much damage. Now, we've seen in the past where if you do damage, you can win from the bottom. You could also, you know, only do 30 minutes of damage on the feet and not do much else and be dominated for 2-3 minutes on the ground. If the guy doesn't do any damage, the referees are not going to like reward just holding your opponent down.
Sure. Story of the third round here was just the takedown, grappling dominance from Yihuoage. Man, in the third round, he must have landed 5 or 6 takedowns. Relentless pace.
接下来宣布比赛结果：1号裁判29比28 ，Judge Number 1 29-28；2号裁判29比28 ，Judge Number 2 29-28；3号裁判29比28 ，Judge Number 3 29-28。本场比赛3位裁判一致性判定红方胜。For the winner, by unanimous decisions, win by point, presenting China. The red corner, Yipower, Yihuoage。接下来我们掌声有请颁奖嘉宾阿若博巴品牌负责人次旺罗布。感谢颁奖嘉宾，感谢双方选手。接下来，让我们共同开启今天晚上正赛环节的比赛。
所有现场嘉宾、媒体朋友们及屏幕前的各位观众，欢迎大家来到 JCK 决胜之夜 N100的赛前新闻发布会现场。
我想问一下梁娜。107盛宴这么重要的比赛，能够接到张慧文这样一个对手，当你接到比赛的时候，你是感觉兴奋多一点，还是说压力多一点？
因为我的对手大家可能都不陌生，也是属于就是国际的知名选手，就是能在 JCK 的擂台上跟国际知名选手对抗，应该是兴奋更多一点吧。
能不能预测一下，能不能终结对手？
我们的目标就是肯定是要终结对手的。
Of course, every time I fight, I look to finish my opponent, and this is no exception too.
首先欢迎你的回归，希望我们明天都能全力以赴，发挥出我们最好的状态，然后打出最精彩的比赛。我很期待。
Thank you for the warm welcome, and I'm really excited for tomorrow too. Let's put out a good fight.
我们知道拉姆塞是一个防摔高手，如果这场比赛你真的摔不倒他，在站立的层面，你有没有信心可以击败他？
我看了他的好几场比赛，他防摔也挺好的，但是他站立 也有漏洞。
Да, Hubulan знаю давно, очень, хороший боец. Просто я не хочу просто сейчас это отучить его слабой стороны, потому что 17-го вы все увидите. Ну а так, Hubulan руками тоже хорошо работает, и борется очень хорошо.
明天拿出我们最高的水平，打出竞赛的比赛吧，加油！
Hubulan, tomorrow。
你在这场比赛中面对海莱尔克，他赢了大魔王上制法，你觉得你哪个点是比他更加出色的？
我觉得我的站立，尤其是我的拳法，就是我觉得能够碾压。
站立碾压我的基本上现在还没出生呢。我有100万，你有吗？这是什么？这是什么？冠军！明天让你看看什么是冠军的实力。然后这场比赛，我相信很多观众朋友都期待了很久。我相信我会打破你所有的幻想。明天的冠军只有一个，那就是我海莱尔克。我可以明确的告诉你，你没有这个能力。明天我会打破你的头。
蓝方选手安迪来自于哈尔滨龙云综合格斗俱乐部，自中2局 JCK 战决成官方排名第6，战力出色。他对手 Alisson Barbosa 来自于 Phuket Fight Club， 拥有非常出色的地面缠斗能力，终结能力极强。接下来双方比赛即将开始。
这位选手呢，巴西柔术的黑带大师，
中国 MMA 超级联赛冠军，降服胜率超过75%。 是个非常有能力的悍将。
Hello, I am Alisson Barbosa, MMA fighter from Brazil, and I train in Phuket Fight Club, Thailand. I'm ready for this fight. I gave 100% at the gym, at the training.
My name is Lai-er-ke. I'm from France. I have so long time for training, so I think this will be the best fight I can see. I will say.
安迪啊，是一位爆发力极强的选手，经常能够做到一拳超人。
安迪应该是做好了相当充分的准备。
This fight, I will win this fight because I prepared for a long time.
I came here to be a champion, and I'm working hard at the gym, at the training every day, and for sure I will make it one day in the future.
现场是标准的有效击打，晃车，过来，好，拿起车了，小心，爆发力啊！
Barbosa, don't give up for the fight. Hands up your hand, protect your face.
I hope you are ready, because I'm ready, and we'll go for war.
And now it's time for our main event, the first fight. The main card to begin. And we have Andi the Bull from France. He's fighting here again in JCK professionally. He is 4-3 as an MMA fighter. It's easy to believe that he is misled, or that he is misleading his opponent that he's new to fighting. The reality is this guy has been training martial arts and fighting his whole life. He's trained in a huge variety. His dad is a Salvat, that French kickboxing style coach who trained that from a young age, did some judo, and then fought Muay Thai and kickboxing for the majority of his career. He moved to Harbin a few years ago following his wife there, who's a student there. They have a baby, and he joined Team Longyun and has been an entertaining addition to the JCK welterweight division. He also showed some improvement with his grappling when he beat his opponent Male, using those grappling skills, taking out Male, and to be honest, saving himself from a bit of a beatdown, getting the win in that fight. Tonight, he is fighting a very good grappler. If he can keep the fight on the feet, I believe Andi has a huge advantage, but if it goes to the ground, yeah, he's in for a big challenge. Yes.
Here we go. You know, this is one of those classic, almost a throwback grappler versus striker matchup. You know, and it's fun to have throwback matchups like that sometimes. You know, both guys are well-rounded. They can do everything, but it's clear where either one wants the fight to take place. And Alisson Barbosa wants the fight on the ground. He's a BJJ black belt. He's a BJJ specialist with like a 75% submission rate. So there's no doubt about where he wants to take the fight. And then for Andi, it's the same. He wants to keep the fight on the feet. He's the kickboxer with the great striking, you know. So we'll see which guy can impose their will. Alisson Barbosa, we've seen him in the JCK cage before. He had a rough go against Sujilahu, but that guy's a beast. He's got a lot of power. And
it could be argued that that fight was stopped a little bit early.
Sure. So Barbosa is looking to get some momentum going. He's 1-3 in his last 4, so he needs to win here tonight. And many would say that this is a favorable matchup for him because he does enjoy a favorable disparity in grappling skills. He should be the better grappler. He's been in there with some great guys. You know, he's fought Rongju, who fights in the UFC. He has a win over Ding Meng, who's a former JCK champion. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. Here's Alisson Barbosa.
And we have a look at the tail of the tape between these two. Not much difference in age and height, but the reach advantage is 6 centimeters for the Bull Andi.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 最重量级的正赛争夺，栏目选手身高182公分，臂展192厘米，体重76.80公斤，年龄34岁，来自于哈尔滨龙云综合格斗俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩8战5胜3负 ，JCK 战决胜战绩6战4胜2负。Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the blue corner from France. Gets ready for the Bull Andi. 本场比赛，红方选手身高183公分，臂展184厘米，体重77.20公斤，年龄36岁，来自于 Phuket Fight Club，MMA 综合格斗战绩32战21胜11负 ，JCK 战决胜战绩1战1负。Let's welcome the red corner from Brazil, Alisson Barbosa. 那么今天晚上比赛非常高兴邀请到了国内著名的擂台解说专家侯宇老师和刘聪老师，他们2位将在现场为大家带来今天晚上比赛的直播评述。同时，英文解说的部分非常荣幸的邀请到了著名的综合格斗运动员、教练员，同时也是赛事评论员的 Woody Parketer 以及 Andrew Derry 进行现场的呈现。同时还要特别感谢颜值有礼赵岩老师以及我们的特约评论员方乐老师的鼎力相助。The referee who charged in this octagon is Mr. Thomas Fa.
Back of the head, watch the low strikes. Cross gloves there, go back to your corner. Judge, time. You ready? You ready? Fight!
Kicking off our main card, it is Alisson Barbosa in the red versus Andi in the blue.
Nice jab from...
Low blow to start things off. Seems like a minor one though. They're ready to go.
Fight!
As we said, this is a classic grappler versus striker matchup. Who can impose their will?
Nice calf kick from Barbosa. Another one.
Andi checked that one really well. Timing that knee really well. Also, here's the takedown, and he gets it. Okay, danger zone. Let's see how long it will take him to pass the guard. He's advancing already.
Well, Andi's shown some of his ground being better, but man, he maintains guard okay, but he's facing another level of grappler here.
not somebody he's faced yet. You know, Kurbanjang, some of the other guys he's faced before, they are good on the ground and wrestling and control-based grappling fighters, whereas I think Barbosa is going to eventually pass his guard. The question is, can Andi explode up? Don't give the back. Because personally, I think one of Andy's biggest weaknesses is if he lets somebody get to his side control.
Well, right now, he's hanging on to that overhook for dear life.
And we have seen the referees stand them up if there's not much action.
So far, Barbosa has not been able to advance beyond top half guard, although he does have Andi pretty flat on his back.
Yeah, I mean, he's got very calm and controlled here, and he needs to be careful. Barbosa will be looking to pass. He's got that inside. See how he's got that instep on the right leg of Andi. He's clearing that knee. Now he's going to go to quarter mount.
Yeah, and
slowly
Andi needs to try to time it right as he passes. Big buck.
But I think Alisson is just ready now. Full mount. This is very bad for Andi.
Bad news. Mounted position, landing ground and pound.
And man, look at Barbosa. He's controlling this fight very dominantly. And he needs to be careful. He can't turn his back.
Give up an arm. It looks like he might be setting up an arm bar here.
There he goes
for the arm bar.
He's already got that arm locked. Look, I mean, Andy's strong, but this
He's got it. That's it. That's it. Arm bar submission in the first round.
First round arm bar finish for the Brazilian, Alisson Barbosa. Man, dominant performance here. I told him, man, if he gets this fight to the floor, it's going to be difficult for him. And there we see, he has confidence. Not many guys will do this in MMA. They'll step from a top position and go to side, because if Andy gets up here, you'll be in the bottom position. But, you know, Alisson Barbosa trusting his jiu-jitsu skills, trusting his submission ability, and commits to that armbar. And there we see Andy tapping.
He had it. He tapped right away.
What so nice from Barbosa, waiting for the referee, but he didn't buck the hips, not trying to break the arm of Andy. A real gentleman there.
He was pretty nice with it.
接下来宣布比赛结果。本场男子 MMA 综合格斗规则次中量级正赛的最终结果为：来自于巴西的红方选手 Alisson Barbosa， 第一回合2分21秒使用手臂十字固降服获胜。The winner is red corner, win by armbar。接下来我们掌声有请颁奖嘉宾，一心堂药业山西有限公司总经理阮国松先生。好，感谢颁奖嘉宾 Alisson Barbosa, please stand by. Alisson Barbosa, please wait.
I'm here with the winner, Alisson Barbosa. Congratulations, Alisson. Alisson, this is your first win in JCK. The last fight didn't go your way. How do you feel about getting a win here at JCK?
I'm really proud of myself today. Last fight, no one knows, but I had bad injury and I didn't train well. But this fight, I trained really well. I was ready for war, and luckily I finished the first round fast.
首先我问他上一次打的不成功，这一次打的怎么感觉？他说很多人不知道，他上一次有伤，蛮严重的。他这次可以发生事迹的，给大家看一下他的水平。Alisson, what's next?
I came here to be a champion, so I don't care who is next. Anybody, just call me. I'll be ready.
那我问他下一次是谁，他说谁都可以，我来这儿就是为了拿到冠军，谁都可以，给我安排下一个，谢谢。
接下来将会进行是男子次中量级的正赛交锋。由于蓝方选手阿比吉特·佩特卡赛前超重，本场比赛必须以终结的方式才能获得比赛胜利。阿比吉特职业生涯12战7胜，目前处于职业生涯4连胜的状态。他对手 Aleksandr Zyrianov， JCK 战决成次中量级官方排名第4 ，JCK 战决成2战全胜。那么今天晚上2位选手谁能够继续延续胜局？比赛即刻开战。
My name is Abhijeet Petkar and I am from Mumbai, India. Till now, I am the best welterweight fighter in India, and I have proved it. My last 3 fights are first round knockouts.
Меня зовут Zyrianov Aleksandr, я боец из России, города Омск, клуба «Шторм».
他在竞技 MMA 领域曾经是拿到过15胜1负的精彩的表现。
Да, я смотрел его бои. Я когда только родился, он уже выступал. То есть я там маленький ползал, а он уже с людьми дрался.
Very happy for the JCK Fighting. It's the biggest organization in China.
Такой спорт, что если я не буду работать, то мои соперники будут работать по мне.
I will finish my opponent in first round by KO.
Я думаю, будет зрелищно и интересно. Покажу все, что я способен. Борьба, ударка, все будет.
哦，又是红灯，哇，很高，而且照着下巴狙的。是的，是的。
My biggest strength is my experience in the cage.
圈头的动作。哦，又拿到了绑手。上一场比赛哦，又一次绑手翻滚，天哪！哦，晕了，天哪！哦。
It's time for our sixth bout of the evening, and we see there Abhijeet Petkar, the Bulldog, making his JCK debut here. This man has lived in China before. Now he's based in Mumbai, India, where he's from. He did, however, have a short training period in Thailand after he accepted this fight on 20 days notice. I asked him, man, what happened with the weight cut? You missed weight and you missed a lot. He said, man, I only took the fight on 2 weeks or 20 days notice. And my last fight was at 84 kilograms. I haven't made the welterweight cut in a bit of a time, and it hurt me a little bit. I didn't go as easy as I thought it did. And folks, the only way that Abhi can win this fight is if he gets the finish, because he missed the weight by so much. His opponent agreed to fight him, but according to JCK rules, if you cross a certain line, the only way you win is via finish. So for him to get the win tonight, he must get Zyrianov out of there before the final whistle goes. Even if he wins every round on the scorecard, he's got to get the finish.
And I think there is a high probability of finish in this matchup.
Absolutely,
If I had to pick one fight on the card that was going to end in the finish, I was going to pick this one. Both guys are finishers. You know, Petkar with a lot of first-round KOs. Zyrianov with a lot of submissions.
He's a kickboxer off notes. Train around, also again, striker versus grappler.
And here comes Drago. Sick nickname. Aleksandr Zyrianov out of the red corner trains with the legendary Aleksandr Shlemenko, who's just like a legend, frankly, if you ever watched him in his Bellator days and beyond. Very entertaining fighter out of Russia who started his own Fight Club, Storm Fight Club, where Zyrianov currently trains. Very bright future for this young man who's only 23 years old. He's 3-1 in MMA thus far. All of his wins by finish. He's 3-0 as a pro, and he was 12-1 as an amateur. So a fair amount of experience for his young age. And all of his 3 professional wins have come by finish, and they're all by submission, including 2 wins by anaconda choke. I got to meet him today, and he has super long arms. Like, if you take a look at his reach, it's almost 10 centimeters longer than his height, which means his arms are very long, which are great for fishing in all kinds of head and arm chokes like darces, anacondas, and so on. So, you know, there's no question where he wants to bring the fight. I think it's to the ground where he can exploit his considerable advantage there. I believe he is considered the favorite in this bout, but you never know. Petkar is supposed to have a lot of power. Here he is, Drago Zyrianov.
We look at the tail of the tape and we see the height and reach significantly going in favor of the younger fighter. But look at the weight discrepancy. Petkar missing weight by, wow, more than 2 kilograms.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 次重量级的正赛争夺，两位选手身高177公分，臂展186厘米，体重79.40公斤，年龄35岁，来自于 MMA Story。职业生涯综合格斗战绩12战7胜5负。那么今天晚上是他的 JCK 战决城的首秀。Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the blue corner from India, Abhijeet Petkar.本场比赛，红方选手身高184公分，臂展193厘米，体重77.50公斤，年龄23岁，来自于 Storm by Aleksandr MMA 综合格斗战绩4战3胜1负 ，JCK 战决城战绩2战全胜。Get ready for the red corner from Russia. I give you Aleksandr the Drago The referee who charged in this octagon is Mr. Wang.
Better. Watch the back hand. Watch your finger. Watch your lock. Okay, touch. Back. The lock. Judge. Time. Ready? Fight!
Our main card, it is Aleksandr Drago Zyrianov in the red versus Abhijeet Petkar in the blue.
We see Petkar looking to load that kick. There is a big age difference between these 2 fighters.
23 versus 35. I usually favor the younger guy in those matchups, but older guys got the experience, right?
Zyrianov respecting the power of Petkar. Look at him going back, hands up high. Petkar looks like he's hunting for something heavy. I think he's also respecting the grappling.
Oh, he
a
drops
big
him with
one
the jab.
too!
Drops him with the jab, and he's out.
And
that's going to be it. That's it. He's out. He's out. He's out.
The ref stops the fight.
Wow, amazing. First round finish by Aleksandr Zyrianov.
A 1-2 set things off. Man, he took so much damage.
Yeah, he ate him up.
What a statement. Drago, Aleksandr Zyrianov just drops him with a 1-2 right at the beginning and makes a huge statement. Seconds in, I mean, they did nothing for about 30 seconds, but when they kicked off, they really kicked off.
I want to see the replay. Was it a jab that dropped him?
A 1-2. I think it's a 1-2.
Let's take a look right here. He caught him with a jab coming in. The cross hit him as well. And then he just gets brutalized on the ground here. Look how many follow-up shots he eats. His head is just getting bounced around like a... It's not a good look. He's like practically unconscious here.
He was a piñata, and he had some of that Russian power. Man, I hope he recovers fast. You know, he's such a cool guy to interview. He took the fight on 20 days' notice. He's helping out to JCK, but this young phenom is making a statement and making his name heard in the welterweight division. Aleksandr Zyrianov with another finish in the first round. Oh my God, this kid has it all. Not just submissions, but powerful hands.
接下来宣布比赛结果。本场男子 MMA 综合格斗规则4中2级比赛的最终结果为：来自于俄罗斯的红方选手亚历山大·齐里亚诺夫第一回合44秒使用地面砸击 TKO 获胜。The winner is red corner, win by GMP。接下来让我们掌声有请颁奖嘉宾 MMA 综合格斗国际经纪人 Zubera Tuerxunbieke。Thank you.
Aleksandr, 首先 congratulations, давай, братан. Now it's 3 fights, first round, 3个比赛，每一次是第一回合结束了，有什么感觉？
Aleksandr, поздравляю с победой. 3 боя и 3 нокаута в первом раунде. Пару слов.
В первую очередь хочу поздравить главу JCK с днем рождения. С днем рождения, JCK!
首先，我想祝贺我们的战交城的创始人杨宇总的生日快乐。
Также поблагодарить свою команду за подготовку. Денис, Ударка, спасибо большое. Команда Александр Павлович Леменко, Андрей Андреевич Корешков, Алексей Грицко, Никита Кожевников. Все, кого забыл, не обессудьте, сейчас на эмоциях.
然后呢，我想在这里对我的队，我所有的教练人员都感谢他们帮我备战。
Drago。 你的拳也很厉害，我们以为你只是会相扑了，那虽然就看你有 KO， 你的自选队友把人家 KO 了，第一个1-2就完了。然后呢，下一个目标是什么？你要挑战谁
？Сегодня ты удивил меня в ударке. Я думал, ты можешь только заканчивать удушающим, но твои руки очень мощные. Вторым же ударом ты уложил соперника. Дальнейшее, какие цели?
Цели самые высокие, забрать все, что возможно. Я по любителям, так сказать, для соперника проигрывал тоже достаточно. Теперь моя очередь побеждать.
目标只是往上升，一步一步的。在业余职业生涯中，我也输过很多。 现在我不想输，我只想赢。
Congratulations.
接下来的时间将为大家现场呈现是今天晚上大家非常关注的一场焦点之战——女子银量级的对决。蓝方选手张慧文来自于 Homeground MMA， 职业生涯战绩13战11胜2负，实力出众。他对手梁娜曾经获得2018年亚洲锦标赛的金腰带。上场比赛使用小腿肌肉接成功降服俄罗斯选手。那么这场比赛2位选手谁能够突出重围？接下来即将展开交锋。
龙女梁娜胜场终结率是达到了90%，统治级别的存在。
能在 JCK 的舞台上跟那种国际就是知名的选手对战是一件很兴奋的事情，而且这场比赛一定会很精彩，而且我也相信胜利也一定会属于我。
梁娜职业战绩曾经达到恐怖的12连胜。
我的对手其实已经大概有将近3年没有看过他在那个笼子里面出现了。在他以往的比赛视频中，我也发现了，做了一些了解，他是一个柔术很不错的一位选手，这一点也是我很喜欢的。
跳跃式的防守，看一下对方
10度，梁娜马上把重心压下去，背部的肌肉线很紧，拍了，
结束了，结束了。
I'm Tiffany Teo. I'm from Singapore. I feel it's been a while since I last fought, and I feel really great for this camp, and I'm excited to be back here, back in the cage competing. I feel like overall I'm more well-rounded as an MMA fighter, so I would see where this fight leads me to. I'll be prepared to bring the fight wherever it has to go.
And there she is, Tiffany Teo. Born in Brunei and fighting out of Singapore, she is an experienced international fighter making her debut tonight here in JCK. With a professional record of 11-2, she is currently on a 2-fight win streak, and both wins were via rear naked choke. Before that, she challenged for the title in another big promotion and lost the decision that went the distance. Her only 2 losses were also from the same fighter at championship level. Almost half her wins were via submissions, but she also has some finishes with strikes. She understands Chinese, and I wonder if there's going to be any trash talk between these two super aggressive top female girls. No, man, when it gets in there, they're not nice, man. They're nice when you talk to them. I mean, but Liang Na, when she steps in there, she's mean as mean can be.
At the weigh-ins, though, they're like, oh, I'm just looking forward to a great fight. Thank you for the warm welcome. You're so nice.
And you know, like we spoke about this matchup, but you know, I feel kind of, I mean, this should be a matchup you expect to see for a belt. You know, it's the top girl in the division, in my opinion. Hey, let's
break out the women's belts. These two could be up there. They're both great fighters.
And Tiffany Teo, I mean, she's fought for big promotion belts twice in her career already. You know, Liang Na also fought some big promotions. This is a matchmaker dream fight. Welcome Tiffany Teo to the JCK Fight Arena.
And here comes her opponent, Long-Yu Dragon Woman, Liang Na. I love that nickname. It's great. She's fighting out of Heilongjiang, and she is a high-level women's MMA fighter in China. There's no doubt about that. You know, UFC fans might recall seeing her appear 4 times in the UFC. So that just goes to show that she can compete with some of the best female athletes in the world. She's been there and done that, and now she's back in the JCK cage looking to establish dominance on home turf against the Singaporean Tiffany Teo. Now, she hit a calf slicer in her JCK debut. Tell me, when was the last time you saw a calf slicer in women's MMA?
Wow, it's been ages, man.
That just doesn't happen very often.
Even in the men's division, it's not something you see that often. No. Except for, you know, we'll talk about it later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got an infamous one, a famous one coming up. But, you know, she has a lot of submissions on her record. She's a great grappler. She's very well-rounded, though. She can strike, she can wrestle, She's got jiu-jitsu.
You know, we saw her in the cage this morning when we did the mic check. She was in here and we saw her practice a lot of stand-up and takedown defense. I wonder if we got a sneak peek into her game plan, if that's what she was drilling, visualizing how she wants to keep the fight. Maybe she wants to utilize her striking. Her striking is beautiful. I don't think she's the most powerful, dangerous striker, but she has beautiful striking.
Here is Longyu Dragon Woman Liang Na.
And there we see the tail of the tape, and 6 years age difference, and everything else pretty close.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 女子银量级的正赛交锋，栏目选手身高165公分，臂展171厘米，体重59.60公斤，年龄35岁，来自于 Homeground MMA， 职业生涯战绩13战11胜2负。那么今天晚上是 JCK 战决城的首秀。Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the blue corner from Singapore. Gets ready for Tiffany Teo。本场比赛，红方选手身高171公分，臂展171厘米，体重57.30公斤，年龄29岁，来自于哈尔滨龙云综合格斗俱乐部，职业生涯战绩28战20胜8负 ，JCK 战决城战绩1战1胜，她就是龙女梁娜。本场比赛场上裁判王悦。
Just, time, ready,
fight! All set for this main card matchup between Liang Na in the red and Tiffany Teo in the blue.
We saw Liang Na land a nice little calf strike to kick things off.
Oh, did she get dropped or was that a slip?
That was a big hook that clipped her.
But she's able to take the fight to the ground shortly thereafter. You know, one thing I thought was worth noting is that Tiffany Teo has not fought in like 3 years.
Yes. Well, was that because of an injury? Look at this. Liang Na wrapped her hand behind her back, and now she's got double underhooks. Liang Na, much the aggressor in this early, after she got tagged a little bit. Look at Tiffany.
Oh, nice headlock takedown there. But Tiffany back up to her feet. Liang Na going for the guillotine, it looks like. She's hanging onto that neck. It looks like she's got a high elbow guillotine here. This could be dangerous for Tiffany. She's fighting the hand, she's fighting the grip. It's hard to tell how tight this is, but it looks dangerous. Okay, it looks like she's been able to fight the grip, fight the hands a little bit. She is safer now.
Yeah, we see Liang Na. Liang Na does she has huge variations from her guard. See her there going for
that shoulder crunch kind of armbar.
Yeah,
really tough to hit without the gi. She's going for another armbar here.
A very active guard, but we see Tiffany. Man, Tiffany's durable and tough. She doesn't, you know, she's here for the fight. She's been in some big pressure environments. She went the distance in some championship rounds
armbar
before.
Attempt again, but her elbow is outside.
Nice hammer fist there.
Yeah, you mentioned didn't she fight for the belt in one?
Well, she's fought some tough people, gone many rounds, went to decisions, and those were her only losses ever, you know. So yeah. she's very hard to finish. She's very hard to get out of the way, whether it's submission or.
Liang Na looking for a triangle here. She's trying to.
There she is.
Skip that leg through, but Tiffany's using that as an attempt to pass the guard. Armbar attempt here from Liang Na again, but Tiffany wise to it.
Tiffany just so like a wet bag, like wet cloth on top of her, just riding on top of her.
Very aware of everything Liang Na is trying to do. Every time she tries to spin for that armbar, she just like sucks her elbow up out of there.
And when she wants to switch to a triangle, she gets the arm back inside.
Goes again for the armbar, but you know, Tiffany sees it coming from a mile away. She's trying to switch between triangle and armbar, but it's just a little too loosey-goosey.
Look at, and Tiffany's trying to
using
pass.
it to pass. Another armbar attempt. Nothing doing there.
Teo can do well here too. She's got a reverse. She went for a reverse triangle, and now we see Tiffany Teo inside control in a Leon Bailey situation. Will she be able to pass? Dropping some elbows there.
You know what? Tiffany has got some grappling chops.
Yep.
This has become very apparent to me.
Yeah, when we talked about this fight earlier, and we were, saying, Liang Na is such a good grappler. I said, man, but Tiffany's got so many submissions, and we got to look at who she's fought, and she's got a lot of submission wins in her career. More than half of her finishes.
I was just on
about half of her finishes were via submission.
I was just on the Liang Na hype train,
Well, this fight isn't over. We're just in the first round. 1 minute 30 seconds left. Nice elbows to the body.
All right.
Liang Na's got the underhook.
Got the underhook.
Tiffany's
stuffing it though. Look at her. Great counter.
Cradles her there.
Got the cradle of filth, as they call it. Controlling her. That was a great counter to that underhook sit-up.
I thought for a moment she was actually going for an anaconda, but Tiffany Teo, she's so good at just being smart. She has the smarts about her. Choosing the tactical position.
She's a legit grappler. Like, really impressed. Like, she saw everything Liang Na was doing from her back, saw it all coming, and is just hitting her with this like really stifling, heavy top pressure. Past her guard again here.
She has a win over Michelle, what's her name? She's
Watterson?
No, Michelle, the multiple world champion, jiu-jitsu, IBJJF world champion, like I think 6 or 7 time world champion jiu-jitsu, and she has a win over her, which is very, very impressive.
Liang Na with the technical stand-up, and she gets rocked.
Big 1-2.
My goodness, Tiffany Teo is bringing the heat to Liang Na, takes her down against the fence.
10 seconds left. We're going to go to second round most likely, but you got to think that this first round has been very dominant. She got dropped right at the beginning, but since then it's been Tiffany Teo.
Did she get dropped, or was that kind of an off-balance sort of thing?
Well, maybe she just.
We'll see at the replay
maybe
here.
She slipped. There we see the corner of both these female warriors giving them energy, but look at Teo, so calm, and Liang Na takes some deep breaths.
Okay, I think this is where she's going to get dropped here. It was a jab.
Oh, it was Liang Na that got dropped. Sorry, my bad. And then Liang Na who came back very aggressive.
So this guillotine here was pretty dangerous for a moment. Tiffany was getting choked pretty hard here, but she was able to fight the grip and escape. And from top position, she was very stifling. At the end of the round, she landed some pretty crisp strikes.
And it's just so strategically and tactically sound.
I thought the body language of Liang Na looked a little bit deflated on her stool there.
Fight!
Here we are for round 2. It's Liang Na in the red versus Tiffany Teo in the blue. Let's see if Liang Na can bring back some momentum to her side.
Look
Here's
at
a shot.
It's a long-range shot, but
shot and a sprawl from Tiffany.
Sprawled really well. She's got that deep crotch as Liang Na. Can she pick her up? Yes, she almost does. Tiffany Teo was holding onto the cage. She got a warning from the referee.
Was that a fence grab there?
Yes. but it's the same. She's trying hard enough.
Sometimes it's just like
it's a reaction. It's instinctual,
involuntary.
Man. Yeah, it's instinctual. You just, your hands reach out to base, and your fingers get stuck in the cage.
Cheeky fence grab.
But look at this. It's
now,
again, it's Teo ending up on top.
Here.
It was Liang Na the aggressor, but Teo who's ending up in the dominant position.
Well, Liang Na shot that takedown really without much of a setup. Shot from distance and was sprawled on pretty easily. She's recovered position somewhat here, getting back to half guard. Still pretty flat on her back though. Man, I'm really impressed with Tiffany Teo in this fight thus far.
Look at her corner telling her, speaking to her super calmly, giving her very clear directions on what she should and shouldn't do. Telling her that she can go to mount when she wants.
She's looking for the arm triangle now.
Yes, I see that. Starting to cinch up.
And
Look, there she goes.
She's going to try to pass the guard while attacking the arm triangle.
Yeah, she's holding that. She's going to clear that right leg first, that right knee.
Got to pass to Liang Na's left side.
Full mount.
You can pass to mount first.
She can actually finish this from mount, but now she'll look at that, punching the head to make her move
Softening
a bit more.
her up. The arm is not in the most ideal position to finish this.
They're not aware of what she's doing.
A bad position for Liang Na. She's flattened out. If she, if Tiffany just pours on the strikes, I think she could stop her here.
Yeah, the referee will step in. Now she's
flatten her
starting out.
She's gonna pour on the strikes, and she could get a finish.
Liang Na needs to move here. The referee will. Good work there from Liang Na just to get out of that grab. Look at that gift wrap. Horrible position to be in.
Oh man, let me tell you, when you're tired and somebody's doing that to you, it's just so much pressure.
Hips.
Going for that arm triangle again on the other side now. Or possibly working up for an arm bar. She looks like she's thinking about the arm bar, but Liang Na is able to recover.
She's in half guard.
Thinking arm triangle again.
She needs to pass the guard.
We see 2 minutes to work. It is going for like a wrist lock.
Nice. Look at this.
Okay.
She's in full mount.
Danger now.
Now she's trying to put on the squeeze.
It's dangerous now. Liang Na is trying to almost give up her back.
Now what she does is, she uses that arm triangle. She wraps her own knee and then kicks up and uses her leg to create space from the choke. Yeah, it's one of the defenses for an arm triangle, but it worked.
Yeah, she survived, but Tiffany Teo is smothering her from top position.
Look, she's going for a Dagestan handcuff there as well.
On her like a wet blanket.
Look at that right hand trying to swim through the bottom underneath the ribs of Liang Na. Can she, if she wants to move Liang Na's right hand.
If the round continues in this fashion, I would say there's a case for a 10-8 round. Multiple submission attempts, complete grappling dominance. Liang Na has not really been able to do anything this round.
But chooses not to even go to, she's not even going to full mount. Chooses to stay in half, side control.
Liang Na is doing a good job at being able to recover from some of these bad positions. Like she's able to recover half guard briefly, get
body punches,
get her legs back into play here. Yeah, Tiffany saw that from a mile away and has transitioned. Wow, a scramble, and Liang Na's on top now. She only has 30 seconds to work. Let's see if she can do something here.
Look at Tiffany recovering guard. She was basically on side control, straight to half guard, straight to close guard. I mean,
she's going for an arm triangle from the bottom. Going to use it to take the back.
Yeah, she's swimming towards the back.
Oh my goodness, and she's going for the rear naked choke. It's hard to tell how close that is. Less than 10 seconds left on the clock. That was slick. Liang Na is going to be able to ride it out, and we will see a third round. That was slick.
But look at the difference in just the energy and the posture of both these fighters. Both tired, but the older fighter, Tiffany Teo, looking like she's in phenomenal shape. There we see her having some bigger breasts, but let's have a look here. Look at Liang Na.
I feel like there's
very exhausted.
Take a look at some of the highlights. You see Tiffany attacking for an arm triangle while simultaneously punching her opponent in the head here. Nasty stuff. Some body punches here from top position. Those cannot feel too nice. Nice little scramble here where Liang Na actually ended up on top momentarily.
Yeah, what happened is Teo went for the crucifix there, and then Liang Na just wrestled up.
Great fight.
Like I said, man, this should be for the JCK title.
Let's get a strap going for the ladies.
Yeah.
Let's get a strap in there.
Or at least the names you would expect to fill in those,
Third and final round between Liang Na in the red and Tiffany Teo in the blue, who has put on a grappling clinic tonight.
Oh, nice 1-2.
Liang Na has got to bring it. She is in all likelihood down 2 rounds on the scorecards.
But look at
Can
Teo
she keep Tiffany off her?
Look at that. Tiffany gives her a 1-2 for her.
Oh, they're throwing down. Wow, they're leaving it all out there. That's what you love to see.
Absolutely. These girls are going for it.
Determination.
Both of them looking for the finish.
She has got to fight off this takedown desperately, because if she ends up on bottom, it's not going to be a good spot for her. In the grappling.
How much energy did they spend in the first 55 seconds of this third round?
Oh,
both of them looking exhausted.
They were going for it.
Goes for Kimura.
Pulls guard with the Kimura. She's got it.
This is bad for
but
Teo.
The fence is actually saving Tiffany Teo here. She's not able to roll all the way through.
Now Tiffany's doing good.
This could be dangerous if she's able to pull it out.
This is very dangerous for Teo.
This could be very dangerous. If that was my shoulder, I'd be tapping.
Oh,
is she gonna tap? Is she gonna tap? It looks like her hand is ready to tap.
She's tapping. Liang Na gets the submission win over Tiffany Teo.
Come from behind, submission victory in the third round.
Who would have guessed that going into the third round after being dominated on the floor the first and second round? What a comeback victory for Liang Na. The fans here are going crazy. Man, but now your heart's got to go out for Tiffany Teo. She was doing so good. She was dominating the fight. She was literally 3.5 minutes away from winning this fight.
That's the highlight of the whole card for me so far. That was amazing because, listen, she was getting dominated for the whole fight. Comes from behind out of nowhere and pulls the Kimura out. Incredible. Let's take a look here. So she pulls guard with this Kimura, uses it to reverse Tiffany Teo against the fence. It's a little bit janky because they're against the fence and she can't roll all the way through, but she sticks with it. She keeps the grip, continues to roll through, is very patience was the key here. She stuck with it, and you could see Tiffany's hand was getting ready to tap. Her shoulder and elbow are just getting torqued and contorted and all
look
sorts.
At that. She even adds the foot.
I think my shoulder just tore just watching that.
Yeah, and she even changed it to a bicep slicer at the same time.
Nasty.
But man, come from behind victory for Liang Na. But man, I want to have Tiffany Teo come back here. She did phenomenal.
Yeah.
She dominated for 2 rounds.
接下来宣布比赛结果，
She's
本
got
场
to
女子
feel
MMA 综合格
heartbroken.
斗规则银量级比赛的最终结果为来自于中国的红帮选手龙女梁娜，第3回合1分33秒使用木村锁降服获胜。The winner is red corner, win by Kimura Long. 接下来我们掌声有请颁奖嘉宾，国促会竞技体育工委会石家庄行堂副会长办公室焦志军先生。有请颁奖嘉宾同红蓝双方选手共同合影留念。感谢颁奖嘉宾，感谢双方选手。
请留步。恭喜你啊，梁娜。这场比赛，在接到与亚太老牌名将张慧雯对阵的时候，你的心情是怎么样的？
兴奋吧，因为国际知名嘛，在我们 JCK 的擂台上，而且他是万冠军赛冠军挑战者，来 JCK 一样不行，所以 JCK 才是亚洲顶尖赛事。
好。那么呢，刚才我们看到啊，其实张慧雯在前2个回合给你造成了不少的麻烦，但是从专业运动员的角度来看啊，刚才那个木村看得我都激动了。我想知道你在拿到木村还没有翻滚过来的时候，心里是怎么想的？是喜悦，还是觉得理所当然？
我感觉就是可能布置了很久吧，就是想拿这节结束，降服他。
厉害，龙女梁娜，真的恭喜你。那么接下来有什么要跟咱们的粉丝朋友们说的吗？
就是我希望 JCK 下一场比赛能来得快一点，想跟大家尽快的见面。
好的，女士们、先生们，让我们掌声送给龙女梁娜。
那么接下来的时间将会进行是男子羽量级的焦点之战。蓝方选手拉姆赞·阿赫马托夫 ，JCK 战决成羽量级官方排名第5，技术全面。在 JCK 战决成3战2胜1平，未尝败绩。他对手胡布兰·图尔逊别克 ，JCK 战决成官方排名第2，拳法极具杀伤力。两位选手只能够发挥优势，赢得比赛胜利。接下来即刻开战。
Hubulan Tuerxunbieke, the Hulk, can comfortably claim that he has the chin, the resilience that is absolutely bar none in this division.
早年的漂泊生活啊，并没有打败他，而是塑造了一位男子汉子。他是一位正经的新疆儿子娃娃。
我的摔跤和地面技术比拉莫赞好一点。这场比赛我好好发挥我的摔跤技术。
Да, знаю, Hubulan уже давно очень хороший соперник. Это не второй номер.
From Russia, Ramzan, Akhmatov。
可以说，这位选手是极具实力的一位俄罗斯系的这样的一位高手，沉默不语，但是拥有着杀手本能。
К этому бою я очень серьезно подготовился. Сейчас посмотрим, кто из нас лучше.
疯狂的绿巨人来了！
我已经准备好了，这场比赛我必须拿下。
There he is, walking out of the blue corner, Ramzan Akhmatov. This will be our co-main event for tonight. This featherweight fighter is undefeated in his last 8 fights, the last being a draw with Lukai in January. He is a striker with lightning speed and accuracy, throws from all angles with a huge variety of attacks. He is especially very good at working the body, man, and we saw that with when he had that war with Lukai. Lukai survived tough as nails, and that ended up being a draw. But in some of his earlier fights, we've also seen him show just how dangerous he is on the ground, where he showcases some very slick top control game. He moves very fluidly and dishes out ground and pound. I believe he has a speed advantage in this fight, and he will look to exploit that using his footwork, which is also very smooth and very, very effective. Cutting angles, moving in and out, and just work. However, you got to think, he fought a Lukai that was very tough, but now he's fighting one of the toughest guys in the whole organization, Hubulan. I mean, surely there's going to come a day where Hubulan Shen will decide to give up. But till now, we haven't seen
that day yet.
Any sign of that yet.
I saw him eat like a flush, flying knee to Wang.
And how much will that play into Akhmatov? You know, that he, you know, have a hard time to even if he catches him, which he might not, but you know, we've also seen Akhmatov show great patience and maturity in staying calm and calculating during his fights. I believe this is speed and skill versus power and toughness.
And here he is, the Hulk, Hubulan Tuerxunbieke. Very familiar face in the JCK cage and a fan favorite, showing up to the weigh-ins with the green face paint, looking mean, like a lean, mean fighting machine, the Hulk. He's a tall guy for the weight class, got long reach. He's been fighting forever. He has how many pro fights? Almost 40 pro fights. He's seen it all. He's been in there with some super tough guys, and more often than not, he's getting his hand raised. Like my broadcast partner Woody said, he is one of the toughest guys on the roster. I've never seen him rocked. Like, he has an incredible chin. I personally called a fight of his where he ate a massive flying knee, like right to the chin, and then got caught in a triangle choke like immediately after by Wang in like a highlight reel combo, and he survived. It just shows like how tough he is. He has great wins over guys like Lui Kai, Liu Tong, one of our commentary partners, Zhao Kang. You know, he's beat some really tough guys, and he's been near the top of the division for a long time. So I would consider him to be the favorite in this matchup, but this is another one of those matchups that's been put together really well, because I think these guys on paper clash very evenly. Here he is, the Hulk, Hubulan, Tuerxunbieke.
Similar age, reasonably similar height, but the reach advantage goes to Hubulan, who is slightly shorter, 3 centimeters shorter, but a 6 centimeter reach advantage to Hubulan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live in JCK Arena, Shanxi, China. A 3 rounds, 5 minutes mixed martial art contest. It's JCK MMA Fight Night, featherweight division. And now, the officials are ready. Fighters are in the octagon. Fighter fans, are you ready? It's show time! Introducing first, fighter at the blue corner. He stands 178 centimeters tall, weighing 146 pounds, age 32. This man is sambo fighter, holding professional record, 11 fights, 7 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw. Fighting out of Chechen, Republic of Russia, I give you Ramzan Akhmatov. Now, introducing for his opponent, fighter at the right corner. He stands 175 centimeters tall, weighing 146.5 pounds, age 31. This man is wrestler, holding professional record, 38 fights, 26 wins, 12 losses. Fighting out of Xinjiang, China. Gets ready for the Hulk, Hubulan, Tuerxunbieke. The referee who charged in his octagon is Mr. Wang Fei.
Fighter. Fighter. Okay, fighter. This is a mean fighter. I see you fighter and fight. I see you stop. Okay, keep fighting. Keep it clear. Touch. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Judge. Time. Ready. Fight.
Here we go, all set for our co-main event between Hubulan Tuerxunbieke in the red and Ramzan Akhmatov in the blue. Expect fireworks.
A fast inside kick from Ramzan. Look at Hubulan, catches that kid, nice on a single leg.
I wondered how long it was going to be before we saw Hubulan shoot.
Ramzan's got very good balance and very good takedown defense. But we can also say Hubulan has very good wrestling. Look how fast he shot in.
Got a good single leg takedown attack. Wonder if he'll switch it up, switch to the double against the fence.
Where he's on the hips, can he connect his hands? He can't connect his hands. Ramzan Akhmatov staying very calm. Opens his legs nice and wide. He's got, look at how he's got his fingers pried in the left elbow of Hubulan. Doing a crossface.
Hubulan's trying to suck those hips up, connect his hands if possible. Ramzan, takedown defense looking really good so far. I like how he's controlling the wrist with one hand. He's got the overhook with the other.
Akhmatov very, very technically sound here. Hubulan very patient.
And Hubulan's got great cardio.
But there we see Akhmatov giving some body shots.
Hubulan not giving up on that takedown. He goes from the body lock to the single leg.
Nice little knee from Akhmatov.
Ramzan is free.
And Akhmatov is out and goes with the kick again.
He likes those kicks.
Yeah, he loves those push kicks to the middle. Very, very fast.
Oh, big right hand too. He's got hands and kicks. Great striker, great takedown defense.
And he mixes up very well. Nice check from Hubulan.
Oh, Hubulan lands a right hand of his own. Oh, left hook by Hubulan lands as well. Oh,
nice check kick. Eats a straight left. I think might have cut his eye a little bit. We saw Hubulan wiping his face there.
You know, he has quite a lot of scar tissue built up on his face. And it's one of those things from so many wars. And that opens up cuts a lot easier.
Another right cross lands on the ear of Hubulan. And you know, we spoke about it. Ramzan covers up so well. Look at how he beautifully covers up when Hubulan is shooting him. Now we're back on the single leg.
So he got him to cover up by throwing punches and then shot underneath, changed levels, and he's on a single leg here. So far unsuccessful in his campaign to get the fight to the ground, however.
Ramzan doing very good here just to...
His takedown defenses look amazing so far tonight. Has not given up a single takedown.
We're 3 minutes in, 1 minute and 51 seconds left. Nice little short uppercut. We see Hubulan drop again. How long?
He's been working so hard for this takedown, has yet to get a single one. Changes levels again, looking for the double.
But goes down to his knees, but he's trying to connect his hands. But look at Ramzan.
Look at his base.
Double underhooks now.
He does such a good job of like spreading his base out, not letting Hubulan connect his hands, keeping his hips low. His posture is really upright and strong.
Now he's got double underhooks. And we see Hubulan go back to the single leg again.
Just relentless.
This is super tiring for Hubulan because he's working. Of course, it's not easy for Akhmatov, but Akhmatov's so calm. He's the one who's on top. He's not carrying his own weight. He can give a lot of his weight to like sprawl on top of Hubulan.
He's also using the fence really well.
Breaks the grip.
I love the way he stripped that grip. Wow. Amazing takedown defense from Ramzan Akhmatov. Body shot.
Lots of fakes, and he mixes up very, very well. Does Ramzan Akhmatov.
Nice jab by Hubulan.
And look at, this is not normal for Ramzan too. He's in the pocket. He's normally on the outside,
nice
works
left
the body.
hook to the body and front kick to the body as well.
Nice big right hand. Finds home as well. Misses, throws some big punches. What a first round. And you got to think it's got to go. Even though Hubulan was walking forward and he was trying to get the fight to the ground, when he was in rest position, he didn't do any damage. And when they were out in the open exchanging, Ramzan was picking him apart.
I would agree with that assessment. I think that was a pretty clear round for Ramzan Akhmatov. He defended all the takedowns and he did more damage on the feet. Let's take a look here.
Look how beautifully he covers up whenever he gets hit. He found, and that specific punch found home multiple times. Covers up beautifully. Stops every takedown.
And Hubulan's face got damaged in that round with the swelling under his left eye, which it looks like they're attending to. Great round for both guys. I mean, it was a competitive round.
10 seconds. 10 seconds out. Go back in corner.
Ramzan looks fresh. Both guys look fresh.
Ready, fight!
Set to go here for round 2 between Hubulan Tuerxunbieke and Ramzan Akhmatov.
They exchange jabs. They exchange crosses. Nice low
Hubulan
kick.
in on the takedown. It looks like his hands are connected this time, and that made the difference. He was able to get the takedown this time. The struggle is not over yet, however.
Look at that, he just bounces back up.
Wow, back to his feet immediately. That's got to be so frustrating. You try for 6 minutes to get the guy down, you finally get it, and he's back up almost immediately.
We see there in the corner Hubulan, just shouting at him, urging him on. Now we see Ramzan going back to those fast kicks, inside kick, outside calf kick, blocks every punch. Very defensively sound is Akhmatov. Oh, switch!
Nice,
he does a switch, and then his left hand being in the cross, he goes for a big overhand, same technique, push kick to the body. Look how beautifully he switches stance. Finally, Hubulan tags him with a cross. Hubulan shoots. Hubulan has his hands connected again. On the back now.
This time he's able to take the back standing. Let's see what he can do with it. Looks like he thought about putting the hook in there for a second. Wow, Ramzan is out again.
Works the jab. Hubulan jabbing again.
Nice right hand.
Goes to the body, overhand.
Big right hand again by Ramzan. Hubulan shoots again, stuffed. Oh,
another big right hand finds home.
Sends the sweat flying off Hubulan's head. Ramzan is definitely getting the better of the stand-up exchanges as he lands another right hand to the temple. Another shot from Hubulan.
Look at the balance, cat-like balance here from Ramzan Akhmatov. And tenacious heart shown by Hubulan, just non-stop, doesn't give up, doesn't let off.
Heart and tenacity and great cardio, because he's been able to keep this pace basically the whole fight. Nice right hand on the exit by Hubulan.
Push kick again from Akhmatov. But it's Hubulan walking forward, as always. Blocks that head kick. Big loopy. Switch. Thrown from Akhmatov. Hubulan walking forward. Now it's Hubulan. Throws a big hand.
Another shot against the cage. I love the hand fighting that Ramzan does.
And you know, look how nice, you know, he's got his feet and his shin so close to the cage. Hubulan's having a hard time just getting his hands past the knee, getting his hand in there because he's not leaving much space. But now Hubulan on the back, he's got a back range. Can he drag him to the ground?
Nice knee.
Can he dump him? Can he get him to the ground? 1 minute, 35 seconds left. One minute and 23 seconds left. Well, now 1 minute 20. But the defense of Ramzan Akhmatov's wrestling has just been absolutely spot on. Gets down, immediately back up. So hard to keep him down, so hard to get him down. The referee giving them warning for action.
Just kind of in a clinch, takedown defense, stalemate against the cage there for the last little while.
And he's out again. Now we'll probably see him work again. Exchange some jabs.
Oh, nice knee by Hubulan.
Inside kick from Hubulan.
Last 20 seconds of the round. Oh, big swing and a miss.
Throws a big 1-2. Nice little calf kick from him. Push kicks to the body. Works that calf again. Goes the other side.
And that's the end of the second round.
Wow. It's such a stalemate of styles where, you know, Hubulan is definitely the aggressor and working, but he just can't impose his game. But at the same time, he's making it very hard for Ramzan to stand on the outside and pick him apart because he just puts so much pressure. It's also not easy for Akhmatov.
Another takedown attempt by Hubulan. Kind of the story of this fight so far has been his, I would say, his inability to get it to the ground, more so Ramzan's brilliant takedown defense. Ramzan has also had a slight edge, I would say, in the stand-up striking.
Second down.
Hubulan looks fresh, though. Both guys look fresh. Great cardio by both guys.
Go back a corner.
We're seeing a third and final round here.
Ready, final round, fight!
Third round between Hubulan Tuerxunbieke in the red and Ramzan Akhmatov in the blue.
You see it, Hubulan walking forward again.
Who do you have up on the scorecards?
Ramzan Akhmatov.
Yeah, I would say first 2 rounds went to him.
The second one was closer, but I think both needed more damage. He's the one landing more. Even though Hubulan's the aggressor.
I think it's safe to say that Hubulan needs a finish.
Probably, yeah. You know, Akhmatov had a fight against Abhijeet. I thought he lost that fight, but he got the decision. Oh, okay. There, finally, the crowd goes crazy. A lot of people here. Obviously, we're in China, and the homeboy, he gets huge support from the crowd. Finally getting his first significant takedown. Can he keep him down, though? Look at how he's clinched up on those hips.
And this is
not
different
allowing anything.
It was a takedown in the middle of the cage.
Well, look at Akhmatov already
going.
Getting
Getting back to his feet. Hubulan's got one hook in.
Try to reap him back down again.
Wow,
Nice
Wu is
knee.
going crazy in Hubulan's corner.
Wu-Chenjie is going to miss his voice later again. This is an important fight. These guys, you know, argue if the winner here could go on to challenge the champion. These are two of the top guys in the division.
They separate again. Much better round so far for Hubulan. I wonder if we'll see him try to shoot in the center of the cage again, as he had more success with his double leg when it was not against the fence.
Yeah, it's all about the timing. He got him on the timing there. He needs to land some more punches, get some respect.
You see here Ramzan's corner also.
There he goes again.
Passionately yelling out advice to him. They know how close this is, how pivotal this round could possibly be.
Now we see a different strategy. Well, there was a different strategy from Hubulan. He was trying to turn Ramzan Akhmatov away from the cage to see if he can wrest him to the center.
I think Hubulan could potentially look to stop moving forward and draw him into him more if he wants to shoot more in the center of the cage.
The problem is the speed of Ramzan. This pressure of Hubulan is what's almost protecting him. Not allowing Ramzan the space to move. I mean, he's just not able to take him down. Yeah, both these fighters are so good at what they do. Stiff jabs from Akhmatov, finding home 2 times in a row.
He's got a great jab. Very nice striking fundamentals, and he's very accurate with his strikes as well.
Just short Hubulan.
The crowd is really rallying behind Hubulan here.
1 minute, 30 seconds left.
Every time he lands something, you hear a big pop from the crowd. This, you know, single leg against the cage has just not worked for him at all this whole fight.
Maybe he can think about going deep cross and just picking him up. I don't know, but look at how calm Akhmatov is. Grew up fighting, turns him away again. And then peppers him with the jabs, aims for the body shots.
Coming down to the final minute of the fight.
And there he goes again, double underhooks.
Again, going for his takedown against the fence.
See Hubulan, both knees on the floor, pushing forward.
Pretty difficult feat for him. Has not been very successful with takedown attempts against the cage.
You hear the corner, power, power, power. Lichi, Lichi, use your power. Gace is asking to just pick him up and dump him, but
that Hulk power. Got to go green. With 30 seconds left.
25 seconds left.
In my mind, he needs a finish here.
Look at the blood on the shoulder of Hubulan.
Is that Hubulan's own blood?
No, I think it's out of the nose from Ramzan.
Well, tough fight for both guys.
Nice elbow on the exit. Ramzan now walks forward. Very good fight, very close fight. Probably, if I'm not a judge, I'd probably say Ramzan Akhmatov. Kaha runs in and picks up Hubulan as if he believes he did enough. Very curious to see. Man, we've had some upsets and things that we don't agree. Let's see what the judges say.
Fighter! Fighter! After 3 rounds, tough fight. We have the final official decision. 1号裁判28比29 ，Judge number 1 28-29。2号裁判28比29 ，Judge number 2 28-29。3号裁判28比29 ，Judge number 3 22-29。本场比赛3位裁判一致性判定蓝方胜。For the winner, by unanimous decision, win by point, presenting Russia, Ramzan Akhmatov. 接下来的时间，让我们掌声有请颁奖嘉宾阿若博巴市场宣传部负责人，中国藏族首位 UFC 的选手苏木达尔谢。感谢颁奖嘉宾，感谢双方选手出色的表现，谢谢。
拉姆赞留步，拉姆赞留步。
感谢胡布兰，谢谢。
恭喜你拿下比赛的胜利。这一场对阵意志力顽强的胡布兰，你对他有什么评价吗？
Поздравляю с победой. У тебя был очень серьезный соперник. Как ты его оцениваешь?
Ассаламу алейкум. Санхаме Нохчичу, в первую очередь. Я хотел поздравить Лигу JCK, этого президента. С днем рождения тебя. Как его зовут? Янг, мистер Янг. Насчет соперника, да, я знал, что будет хороший бой. Это Hubulan лиги. Второй номер я знал это. Я очень хорошо подготовился на этот бой.
谢谢。首先，我想祝贺我们杨宇总的生日快乐。第二，关于我的对手，他是很强的一个对手，他是排名第2，对他的这个备战我做得很充分。
好的，那么接下来你的目标是什么？或者说你在本量级有想打的对手吗
？Кого ты хотел видеть следующим соперником?
Я уже второй номер. Я уже 4 боя выиграл подряд. Я хочу за пояс, Ибрагим. Уже 4 боя я выиграл. Я хочу за пояс бой. Ван Чжузан, я тебя жду.
我已经打了4场，算是4连胜。今天打败了排名第2。下一个我想打腰带，想打我们冠军王继正。王继，我在等你呢。
好的，那么最后一个问题，有没有想给中国的粉丝说的呢？
Что бы ты хотел сказать китайским фанатам ММА?
Фанатам хочу следить за мной, будет очень весело и жарко. И еще хотели поблагодарить свою команду, в первую очередь Зубай, Мерди, Абдурахман, Дауд Шейхаю, Нашхо, Мouса Зелен, Lai-er-ke, слышим, Масавежи, Шутай Цариш, Ойштрова Цариши, Зубай, Lai-er-ke, салом, брат.
我想告诉粉丝们，继续关注我，越来越会精彩。然后我想对我的兄弟、队友们表示感谢，对我的支持，谢谢大家。
好的，女士们、先生们，让我们掌声送给沉默杀手Ramzan。
接下来的时间，让我们共同开启今天晚上银量级金腰带的卫冕之战。蓝方选手海莱尔克 ，JCK 战决成银量级官方排名第3，2024年度银量级赏金之王，目前银量级终结场次排行榜第1。他的对手加特林·郑波切，银量级现役金腰带的持有者，战力出色，拳法精准。那么今天晚上，他将迎来首场金腰带卫冕之战，让我们共同期待。
加特林·郑波切成为了第3代的 JCK 的银量级冠军得主。
当我成为冠军后，每一个人都以我为标杆，都想打败我来挑战我。但是我准备好了，我在这里等你。有什么实力，尽管放马过来。
Zheng Boqie, the Gatling gun, the current JCK flyweight champion.
加特林·郑波切击败了卫冕冠军杜霍有港 ，JCK 的银量级重新进入到了郑伯切时代。
这是一场100万冠军对战金腰带得主，这将会是一场非常精彩的比赛。我打出了改变命运的那一拳。
哇！好专业！
该是我的，谁都拿不走。这100万是我的。
来自大山的孩子也会成为冠军。走进笼子，挥下一拳，拿下金腰带，这才是我要做的事情。
飞膝，飞膝。
会终结它，会捍卫金腰带的尊严。
There he is, the million RMB champion of last year's Bounty Tournament, Hailaierke. You know, the E-Warrior, this kid, like he said, the kid from the little boy from the Liangshan Mountains, one punch changed his life. You know, he first really caught my attention when he landed a calf slicer on Li Peng, which I later found out he learned in a BJJ class from the man next to me, Andrew Derry. You taught him that calf slicer, and you were super happy when he landed your boy Showcase.
Oh, man.
And he was lurking around the division, getting some wins and losses. Almost all of his pro fights have been under the JCK banner, but he has beat most of his opponents, but come up short when facing the top guys in the division. However, on December 27 last year, he made weight for another opponent. However, on the same weigh-ins, Tai Xiong missed weight for the 1 million RMB finale, and he got kicked out. The next highest ranked on-weight fighter happened to be Hailaierke. He was, I think, you know, he lost in the previous round in the quarterfinals. He gets the call-up, 1 day notice, huge underdog against arguably the king of the division, even though Zhang Boqie doesn't have the belt right now. I mean, Zhang Boqie is really one of the most dominant flyweights in China. Goes in there and knocks him out with one punch, gets the million RMB in cash. I mean, talk about life-changing experience. He came in here for a very small purse, a normal fight, you know, and probably got paid almost 100 times more. It's crazy, life-changing. I've heard that he spent a lot of that million back into his training, and he's invested himself, traveling more, going to good coaches, good teams, and upping his game.
Dividends. Let's go, Hailaierke.
I'll be rooting for your boy tonight.
He's got a formidable opponent standing in his way in current flyweight champ of JCK, Zheng Boqie. Now, it's an interesting situation because Zheng Boqie is the reigning defending champion, but he lost his last fight. And the reason why he retained the belt is because that was a non-title fight, which was a part of last year's tournament. So he lost to Zhang Boqie. That means that these two guys have that opponent in common, Zhang Boqie. So Zheng Boqie lost to him, Hailaierke knocked him out. But listen, MMA math doesn't always work like that, okay? It's not like A beats B, therefore, you know, whatever. It doesn't always work out that way. And Zheng Boqie, man, he's been around for a long time. He has, you know, well over 30, is it over 30 professional fights?
Almost 50 fights.
Almost 50 fights, my goodness.
44, yeah.
You know, he's been in there with everybody.
That are documented. And remember, he had a very long striking kickboxing career before he moved to MMA. He's a Sanda boy.
He's not even 30. He's actually the younger guy.
Yeah, he's 27 and Hailaierke is 29.
Wow. You know, so it feels like he's been around forever, but he's still only 27 years old, so he's in his prime. And he, you know, he can do it all. He is probably like primarily a striker, I would say, but his wrestling and grappling are there too.
His ground and pound is really good. And he's also upped his game the last few years, but he's one of the best strikers. Zheng Boqie, just so durable, so tough. I mean, it was it was shocking that Zhang Boqie knocked him out the way he did. I remember that knockout, and it could be said that he was actually okay getting dropped, but as he fell, he hit his head on the corner pillar of the cage, and we believe that's what put him to sleep.
My
you know, because he got dropped, but his eyes, he was like kind of corpus mentis, but then he got a, you know,
man, that's two weird ones. Because you remember in the Buho Yoga fight, it was like a headbutt first.
Yeah, headbutt that hit Sanjafar, and then he, you know, finished him with the hands.
Bad
but
luck.
man, Zheng Boqie is a very, very good striker. And I know Hailaierke, you know, rates himself as one of the best strikers. So it might happen they go on the feet, but I think Zheng Boqie will choose to throw in some double legs just for some extra control time. Let's have a look at the tail of the tape. And you see only 2 years difference, slight height and an 8-centimeter reach advantage goes to Lai-er-ke.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 男子银量级金腰带飞年之战，栏目选手身高168公分，臂展178厘米，体重56.90公斤，年龄29岁，来自于郭强格斗俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩14战9胜5负 ，JCK 战绝城战绩12战8胜4负，他就是 JCK 战绝城2024年度银量级100万赏金之王，一人战士。 本场比赛，红方选手身高165公分，臂展170厘米，体重57公斤，年龄27岁，来自于陕西搏击王俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩25战19胜6负 ，JCK 战绝城战绩8战6胜2负，他就是现役 JCK 战绝城 银量级金腰带的持有者，人形加德林郑波切。本场比赛场上裁判 Thomas Fine。
Judge, time. You ready? You ready? Fight!
All set for our main event between Zheng Boqie, the champ, in red, and title challenger Lai-er-ke in the blue. Can't wait.
Both these guys testing each other out, lots of feints. Hailaierke goes for the head kick.
Especially exciting for me. I used to train with Lai-er-ke back in the day in Chengdu. He's an incredible athlete, and I'm so proud of how far he's come.
Both these guys are so exciting to watch. I love watching Zheng Boqie. Oh, they exchange.
Big right hand. You know, he said, I'm going to come in here, throw a punch, win the belt. Zheng Boqie, okay, Hailaierke's on that guillotine. Let's see, is there anything here?
Zheng Boqie is the one that went in with that shot. Arm in guillotine, legs closed.
Doesn't look like he's in a lot of danger here. He's, in fact,
passing,
but Hailaierke is so strong, he flips him over with it. Is he going to try to knee from here? Snaps him down a little bit. Front headlock position.
He might be looking for an anaconda here. He does have long arms, does Hailaierke.
That's true.
But look at Zheng Boqie.
He's a very good wrestler, though. He's still hanging onto that guillotine, and
he jumps for
it.
But with the arms in, now he's trying to squeeze. He's really extending a lot of power here.
I don't know about this as a tactical decision, because if you don't get it, how burnt out are your arms going to be after
look at Zheng Boqie staying very calm.
Like, some guys are really hard to choke. And you know,
Jump goes to the other side.
Jumping guard with that guillotine. You're burning out your arms, and you give up bottom position. Now you've got this guy on top of you.
Very calm is the Gatling gun. Zheng Boqie on top.
That's a sick nickname, by the way. Yes. Gatling gun. It'll fill you full of holes.
Now he's in side control. Super tight. Holding on to Hailaierke. I mean, how good is Hailaierke's submission game? We've seen him land a calf slicer. But Zheng Boqie is wrestling and top control, and so many fights, man. These guys have so many fights. He's so experienced.
And here's the thing, like
he's going for Kimura, almost lands to use it to reverse.
And he gets on top. Can he stay on top though? Can he stay on top? Can he put his hooks in?
He
almost had the back.
He almost had the back there, but
Zheng Boqie is such a good wrestler. He's so good at scrambling.
What
unless you really lock down that position.
The intensity, the pace of the exchanges between these two fighters here in the first round. Only 2.5 minutes, well, 2 minutes and 48 seconds in.
Yeah, frantic pace.
Much. A frantic pace.
Frantic pace so far. You know, Hailaierke is such an explosive guy. I thought he had a better shot on the feet. Surprised he's like so willing to get into grappling exchanges so early.
Well, I mean, once he jumped for the guard, I think he's been very defensive in trying to avoid the takedowns. It feels like it's Zheng Boqie who's trying to utilize his wrestling.
Oh my goodness. Look how strong Hailaierke is, you know, because Zheng Boqie had the better upper body position there, but Hailaierke was just able to muscle his way back up.
Deep breaths here from Hailaierke, but Zheng Boqie on the hips. Goes for the ankle pick. Now on the single leg. Is he gonna turn the angle? Try to pick him up. Oh, beautiful trip, but look, Zheng Boqie pops right back up.
That was sick. Harai Goshi. Shout out to the judo players.
Unfortunately, he didn't, wasn't able to stabilize.
It's one of those things where there's so much momentum on that throw. It's really easy for the guy to just like follow through and either come on top or get back up.
And also, the control you have is so far. It's not close, you know.
In judo though, that would have been Ippon.
Finish the fight. Well, MMA is where the real fights happen.
Yeah, yeah. This ain't no judo, Matt.
So nice little knee from. But look, it's Hailaierke who was pressing up Zheng Boqie on the cage wall. Now it's another reversal. What a back and forth. 25 seconds left.
Yeah, great fight so far. You know, Zheng Boqie is just so tenacious. So good at just like scrambling, man. He doesn't sit still, doesn't accept any disadvantageous positions.
Nice little short punch from Zheng Boqie. Double underhooks.
Yeah, he's got those double underhooks. Changes levels for a double leg. 5 seconds left. Hailaierke going guillotine again. Stop. Action-packed first round in our title fight.
Both these fighters getting up, taking deep breaths, not looking exhausted, but this is for 5 rounds.
Oh, man. Can you imagine keeping that pace for 5 rounds? Wow. That's like some superhuman kind of
now
stuff.
Now we see Hailaierke not sitting down.
Take a look at the highlights here. Big overhand right, kind of caught him on the end of it. Zheng Boqie shooting for a takedown here, which enabled Hailaierke to go for this guillotine, which he like fully commits to. He committed to it twice.
Here he jumps.
He jumps guard with it, and he was squeezing hard, man. Like I was worried he's gonna burn out his arm. Beautiful Harai Goshi.
But look at Zheng Boqie just. I don't know. I might give that round to Zheng Boqie because it was so close, but he was the aggressor.
I think so.
Like damage-wise, I think they were tit for tat, but. Well, Hailaierke did go for the submissions. I don't know, man. Hard round to score.
Slight edge, Zheng Boqie, but hey, we're not judges.
And, you know, we know that Zheng Boqie has, you know, he's been in championship fights. He's had a lot of pressure.
Round 2.
How's this going to affect Hailaierke? Does he have the gas for 5 rounds?
Yeah, true. Has he ever been 5 rounds before?
Go for a kick.
This is his first title fight, right?
Well, I mean, he fought for the million RMB, so no, it's not.
But that was over in the first round.
Yeah, but I mean, it still has that pressure and the preparation and whatnot. Okay. Throwing wildly.
Oh, spinning kick attempt. Looked like that partially landed, and a big right hand. Zheng Boqie shoots under it. Is he able to finish this takedown? No.
Big elbow on the exit for Hailaierke.
He's throwing everything into those punches. You know?
Oh!
Big right hand.
Big 1-1-2 on the button of Hailaierke. Hailaierke says, ain't nothing.
Usually, though, when a fighter says that, it means they felt it.
Well, he obviously. Oh, beautiful takedown on top.
Just beat the hips, you know.
Yep.
Penetrated deep, as they say. And
well, he might be looking for an arm triangle here, but he's stuck in half guard.
Looks like as he
steps over, now he's in a quarter mount. Oh, he's wrapping up that arm. Now he's got that Dagestan handcuff, but Hailaierke gets his back to the mat and gets the far side underhook. He might be looking to climb in the back. You know, I said on the feet, I think it'll be close, but when it comes to the wrestling, it does feel.
Yeah, there's
Zheng Boqie
in the wrestling for sure.
But Hailaierke is a dangerous man. He's got power. He's showing that, and he's also willing to. He trusts his striking. He trusts his power.
He's got 2 underhooks from bottom half guard.
And to be honest, Hailaierke is no slouch on the ground either. He's made it very hard for Zheng Boqie to keep him down and control him, and he's really managed to avoid taking pretty much any damage.
But Zheng Boqie is a very smart grappler. Like every time Hailaierke tries to adjust, Zheng Boqie has a counter adjustment. Like he's countering all of the defensive tactics.
Now he's got his back. This isn't good for Hailaierke.
Nope. 2 hooks in, on his back, looking for the choke. He's getting close to that choke. He's getting close to that choke, and we've seen it so many times. It doesn't even have to be under the chin. If you have it over the guy's chin and you're strong enough, you can break a guy's jaw.
I don't think Hailaierke taps to that, man.
Oh, look at this, though.
Not good.
This is bad news.
This is not good for Hailaierke.
That is locked in. I think this is a done deal. It looks.
This is very bad for Hailaierke.
It looks to me like this is it.
This is bad. He needs to fight the hands. He might be going to sleep.
I think that's a wrap. That is a deep choke. He's going out. I think he's going to go out.
He's still fighting. He's still walking.
I can't believe he's not out yet.
Look at that.
Amazing. If he survives this, that would be absolutely incredible.
Is
he fully locked in rear naked choke. It doesn't get much deeper than this.
Look
oh
at
my
that.
God. Oh my God. I can't believe he survived that.
How did he survive that?
My goodness.
Peels the hands off.
It's not over yet, though. I mean, that arm is still under his chin. If he can readjust the grip, it's not over yet. Okay. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe he survives and gets on top. What heart and tenacity.
Oh my goodness.
Heart and tenacity.
Hailaierke refuses to tap. Now he drops some elbows, but Zheng Boqie gets up pretty fast.
Heart of a champion.
Now Zheng Boqie giving an elbow. Both these guys tired.
Zheng Boqie is exhausted because, you know, he was squeezing with everything he had to try to finish that.
He needs to move around a little bit and get some blood back into his arms.
Hailaierke's tired too.
Yeah, now both these guys, he just almost went to sleep. He went to the netherworld there for a bit.
He had to go to a dark place to escape that choke.
I mean,
how bad does he want it? You know this guy wants it so bad. I mean, just look what winning the million did for his life, and now winning the belt too. It's just the next piece in the puzzle. The cherry on top.
But Zheng Boqie tit for tat. Hailaierke lands. Zheng Boqie throws back.
I think Hailaierke got the better of that exchange. This is crazy.
Oh, Zheng Boqie catches with a right cross and left hook. Hailaierke, not faced, walks through. So tough.
Sick fight. Oh, it looks like, oh my goodness. He just gave up on that takedown attempt. He's so tired.
Hang on, buddy, I want to breathe. Can we call a truce?
Oh,
let's take a break.
What a banger. We got a banger out here.
We got a banger, and this has been, well, we left the best for last.
Oh, man. Sick fight.
I mean, has there been,
I swear to God,
has there been like 3 seconds of non-action in this
fight?
10 minutes so far. And
I swear to God, I thought he was done.
Me too. He had that wrapped in under the chin.
How did he not go to sleep? Like, he was being choked for like 15 seconds continuously.
You know what? Maybe he painted his eyelids, you know, and then it looks like his eyes are open and he slept.
He was like reacting the whole time.
Yeah, he was walking up. He was walking up.
He never showed like signs of unconsciousness.
Remind me, I want to roll with Hailaierke. I want to see if you, have you choked him with a rear naked choke?
I don't remember. This is years ago now. And back then, he was a lot more green. This is, he's
course.
way better now.
Yeah, of course. He's a million R&B fighter now.
Yeah. The million R&B man, the E-Warrior, featured in Time Magazine. You see the article?
No.
Yeah, the Time Magazine article.
Wow.
Vaughn was in there too.
That's
and everything.
awesome.
Yeah. Big deal.
The Gatling gun, the champion. Who wants it more? Who's going to dig? It feels like neither of these guys are backing off.
Yeah, man. This has been an incredible fight. And I'm really excited to see where it's going to go now. Who's fresher? Who wants it more? I think that's what it comes down to. Like, who's willing to put more on?
Now it's Hailaierke looking for the double leg, and
he almost ran right into that knee.
Yes.
That was
nice stiff jab from Zheng Boqie.
Danger zone.
Now it's Hailaierke.
Oh, big right hand. Two big right hands.
Oh, and he follows with the left on the button, but it's Zheng Boqie.
Oh my goodness. Can he defend this takedown? Can he defend this takedown?
Zheng Boqie eating some big punches there and still managed to walk through.
I think we saw on his record, like, he had like 50 fights and he's only been knocked out once?
Twice, yeah, and one of them would have dropped an elephant when, I mean, the punch that Zyrianov gave him was really one of those Cape to Cairo punches.
Okay, here we go. I mean,
step
in elbow.
And he eats it.
Hailaierke is bringing the heat on the feet. I don't know why he was shooting earlier in the round. It's like, he's clearly got the best shot to win on the feet.
Both these guys exhausted.
I feel like all it's going to take is one of those big step-in elbows to really change the course of this fight here tonight.
He might be looking for a knee or an uppercut through the middle when Zheng Boqie shoots like this.
Yeah, he's trying to time that, like, when he tries to close the distance. Time it with a big shot. Oh, another big elbow. Zheng Boqie is showing signs of fatigue, and he's getting rocked. The champ is on weary legs here.
Oh, a nice kick.
Oh!
Look. The champ makes him slip. Looks for the takedown.
Can he defend this one? It looks like a pretty deep takedown.
See the corner, just shut him, pick him up, drop him down,
locked.
just work for it.
His hands are locked. Can Hailaierke hit the switch and get back up to his feet?
He's back on his feet already. Goes for the Kimura.
He's got to try to break the grip. Nice, turns back into him. Oh my goodness. What a fight.
Stomp there from Zheng Boqie. Zheng Boqie on the hips here.
On him like glue. Trying to take him down against the cage, but Hailaierke's takedown defense holding up. Oh, separate again.
Punches.
He's back on the shot.
Man, the pace. The Gatling gun, this is why the shots don't stop.
I wonder if there's something bothering his eye. He wiped his eye a couple times there.
Oh, another big punch. Huge punches thrown by both these warriors.
Oh man, these guys are leaving it all out there in the cage.
2 minutes left in this third round.
How is this gonna go 5 rounds?
Well,
oh my goodness.
Very tiredly, I guess, exhausted.
Oh, head kick.
He had his hands up. Blitzes.
Now Hailaierke just needs to separate. Don't even think about that guillotine.
Hailaierke, one of these guys start working the body more.
Trying to guillotine a guy when they're all sweaty in the third round is like trying to hold on to a wet fish.
Both these guys throwing big bombs, looking for that one-punch finish. Oh, stiff jab.
Inside low kick. Oh, another elbow. Hailaierke is so good with timing those elbows. Zheng Boqie's got a chin.
That's a kick. He cuts.
Oh, chops him down.
Just misses the uppercut.
Sprawls on him.
Goes for a big elbow.
Man, he's trying to take his head off with those elbows. Just trying to chop him right down with these elbows. We got the whole crowd. Everybody in here is on their feet on this side.
Oh, all around, yes. Just everybody on the edge of their seat, and the energy here is just that's crazy.
Sick.
44 seconds left in this third round.
This has been Hailaierke's
round. What a war. Zheng Boqie lands
another big right hand by Hailaierke. want to see a flying knee from Hailaierke. I know he's got really nice flying attacks, so explosive. I feel like something like that could end the night.
He eats it as well. Both these guys so durable.
Unreal. Such heart on display tonight. Both guys want it so bad, and they're leaving it all out there. Arku with the kicks. And he drops him with 1 second left in the round.
1 second left.
1 second left in the round. Jung Bo-chie got his head snapped back.
Saved by the bell, probably, man.
Oh
my God, that's insane.
Arka's corner. Oh, he's hurting. He's hurting right now.
I want to see the highlight. Please show the highlight of that.
You know Arka's corner is like, you got him. You got him. Go get him. Look at him.
He's not even sitting down.
Like, it's your moment, bro. Boom. Big right hand over the top. Elbow, left hand, rocking him.
Yeah, I mean, Zheng Boqie is so damn tough.
Both guys are so good.
Look at that body kick.
Nice body kick. Arka catches it, chops him down. I think this is the end of the round.
Yeah, there he
but he right hook.
Actually, I think he was okay. He ate
another one right after that. Round 4. Who wants it more?
Yes. As they say in Japan, round 4.
Man,
I'm so excited for this.
I know how hungry.
So damn good.
I know how hungry Arka is for this, man. He already won the million. Now he wants the belt. He's coming for it.
Man, it just shows you what can happen given the right opportunity and the right time.
Yeah, you're in the right place at the right time. Take a fight on 1 day notice against the champ.
He really was not, he was not one of the names you would think that's part of that upper echelon. Oh, beautiful liver kick. Follows up with a big straight left from the southpaw position.
This could be his moment, but he's got to be patient because if he comes in too recklessly, he could get taken down. He switched to southpaw here. I wonder if he's setting up a big left kick.
Remember what he does how he won the million. He was fighting southpaw, then stepped through with that back foot and ended with a right cross.
Yeah.
He's very tricky.
The punch that changed his life.
Oh, big body kick, but Zheng Boqie catches it.
Zheng Boqie timed that perfectly.
Gets him down. Now it's Zheng Boqie.
He's got to try to get up.
Goes for the switch.
Goes for the Kimura. But bottom side control is really tough to do anything with that.
Yeah, Zheng Boqie straightened his arm. Oh, goes to the back.
He's got that double wrist lock, but can he sneak out here? The Zheng Boqie is on his back. Can he sneak out on top?
He is running away, which is very good. Zheng Boqie trying to put him back between his hips. Zheng Boqie would just to wrestle up here. Just choose a side and come up because very likely he might lose. He'll lose the back position here. Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Hailaierke ends up on top, but Zheng Boqie is so good at scrambling. I think Arka should just disengage and strike with him. And here we are back on our feet.
The calories these guys have spent in 4 rounds is just insane.
Yeah.
Absolute insanity. The pace, the wrestling, the striking, it's been everything. And just the damage taken too. He's putting his head low, normally a sign of a flying knee or head kick coming up. Look low, kick high. Oldest trick in the book, but it still works sometimes. Both guys
head kick from Zheng Boqie.
Both these guys fishing for something big. This is probably the longest period had of no action, but the action goes again.
It's been action-packed the entire time. It's only natural that these guys would slow down a little bit this late into the fight.
Both these guys have good kicks. Nice kick.
Teguh just slips. Shoots a takedown. Arka sprawls and punishes him with an elbow.
Short elbow. An up elbow. Beautifully done. I don't know if he caught him there.
Those elbows have been
dangerous intent. Yeah.
What a fight.
Nice stiff jab from Zheng Boqie, finds home. I'm surprised Hailaierke is not kicking more. Probably being scared, like being caught. He can chop away at the legs.
he did have his kick caught and got taken down briefly earlier in the round.
There he goes.
Pace has definitely slowed in this 4th round.
Both these guys.
Maybe they're saving it up for a big 5th round.
Well, I mean, is they both taking the fight to their opponent, seeing who quit first, but you know, the other guy is not backing off either. Eventually you're like, yeah, this is hard work. Beautiful kick to the body.
Arca catches the kick, but
Zheng Boqie keeps his balance.
Zheng Boqie
is looking hurt here. Works the
like
body
shots.
Knee, another knee to the body, elbow to the head.
He looks like he's hurt to the body.
Hailaierke is looking for the finisher, it feels like.
Arca keeps attacking the body. Zheng Boqie shoots a double. Arca sprawls
on him.
Got to disengage. Get out of there. Oh, but he attacks the neck.
Now he's going for the neck.
He's going for like a bulldog choke.
Oh, he's going for a bulldog choke. Are we going to see a bulldog choke finish here?
Are we going to see it? Is he going to tap?
Oh my God!
Hailaierke submits. Bulldog choke submission. Who would have ever saw that coming? Hailaierke is the champ.
Congratulations to Hailaierke. Not only is he the Million Army winner, he is the new JCK flyweight champion. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to you, his former jiu-jitsu coach. Awesome win for Hailaierke.
Hey, I didn't teach him that one. I never taught him a bulldog choke.
Man, what a fight. We see Zheng Boqie. He's on the ground. He's super disappointed. He should not be disappointed. That was a fight for the ages. An absolute back and forth, tit for tat war in the flyweight division, man. This division is stacked. If you think about who's, you know, in the shadows, who's lurking, you know, like there are so many tough guys that are right there.
Let's take a look. I thought he should have disengaged because he was doing so well on the feet, hurting him to the body. He just like attacks the neck.
And then look at this, he sits through.
He's not even thinking about hooks.
He sits through and
He's
then.
like, screw the hooks. I'm choking this neck. Bulldog choke. How often do you see one of these? They're a very rare submission. But he's just choking him with everything he's got.
You see his face? He's like, ah!
Zheng Boqie was exhausted. He didn't have the strength to fight it off. Wow.
What an amazing
incredible
finale.
fight.
Like what a last main event on an amazing card.
Incredible
awesome work.
Fight.
Congratulations to Hailaierke.
Holy smokes.
接下来宣布比赛结果。本场男子 MMA 综合格斗规则银量级金腰带卫冕之战的最终结果为：来自于中国的蓝方选手一人战士海莱尔克，第4回合4分18秒使用斗牛拳脚降服获胜。The winner is blue corner, win by submission. 郑波切，请留步。接下来，让我们掌声有请颁奖嘉宾千岁国际集团后勤总监魏清平女士，山西智恒荣生医药科技有限公司董事长何颖女士，有请二位。有请2位嘉宾为新晋 JCK 战决成银量级的金腰带的获得者加冕金腰带。好，感谢颁奖嘉宾，感谢双方选手。
祝贺你，海拉尔克，在这个特殊的日子里。我们的100期盛宴当中拿到了属于你的这条冠军腰带。其实你在上一场比赛结束之后，很多人都难以相信你创造了这个所谓的1%的奇迹。那么你再次拿到了冠军腰带，成就了100万王者和银量级的冠军。请告诉我，究竟是什么支撑着你，连续创造着一个又一个的不可能？
感谢所有支持我的朋友们和家人们。然后我最低谷的时候他们在陪伴着我，然后我困难的时候他们很多人都帮助我，然后我自身又没有什么文化水平，还有做生意这方面都不会，只能靠这个打拳来成就自己。然后我特别感谢 JCK， 然后祝杨总生日快乐。
那么我们知道这场比赛之前，你也是特意在泰国进行了备战，你的对手郑国切也是非常的强势，非常强大。那么你觉得这场比赛之前是哪方面的针对性的备战帮助你击败了他，拿到了这场比赛的胜利？
特别是去了泰国以后，我的认知，自从拿到100万以后是吧？然后郭教练带我去泰国集训的时候，我提高了一些认知，在世界上很多个国家是吧，在那里学习格斗，然后我的认知一下子很高，技术也练到一点。感谢国强格斗的每一位人，还要感谢郑博切，每个运动员都是不容易，其实，谢谢。
那么我们知道，其实，在之前的比赛当中，已经决出了下一位的冠军挑战者，依然是你的老对手飞虎上制法。那么在此，你已经成为了新的冠军，有什么话是想带给你接下来的挑战者的吗？
我肯定会随时奉陪，你不管是任何人，是吧？我以前就说过，我跟任何人打，我都愿意去打。因为我需要生活，因为我需要冠军，不断的挑战自己，不断的提高自己的能力。谢谢。
好的，那么毫无疑问，今天你就是今晚的绝对的主角，好好去享受这个胜利的夜晚吧。女士们、先生们，掌声再次送给我们的新任的冠军海莱尔克！
恭喜海莱尔克！所有现场以及屏幕前的观众朋友们，那么今天晚上 JCK 决城之夜 N100的比赛到此就告一段落。再次感谢我们的官方合作媒体咪咕视频、抖音、腾讯新闻、新华网、百度 App、深圳电视台体育健康频道、辽宁移动、贵州新媒体、宁夏新媒体、TCL 互联网电视、虎牙直播、快手以及格斗迷的大力支持。同时要特别感谢千岁汽车、毛江1953、华肯乳业集团、梅花、菲特仕以及阿若博巴品牌对今天晚上比赛的赞助支持。同时要感谢所有选手呢今天晚上精彩的发挥，让我们共同期待呢未来在 JCK 的8角龙当中为大家奉献更加精彩的表现。那么接下来呢，我们把目光转移到大屏幕上，那么通过我们的图片呢了解一下今天所有参赛选手他们的获胜信息。今天阿里霍尔西迪通过一致判定获得比赛胜利，伊德里斯阿卜杜拉希托夫使用断头台降服对手，王鹤松使用地面砸击 TKO 对手，伊霍阿克通过一致判定战胜对手，阿利森巴波萨使用手臂十字固降服对手，来自于俄罗斯的悍将亚历山大齐里亚诺夫使用地面砸击 TKO 对手，龙女梁娜使用木村索降服对手。那么来自于俄罗斯的拉姆赞阿赫马托夫通过一致判定成功战胜对手。那么今天晚上的焦点之战，银量级金腰带的卫冕之战，蚁人战士海莱尔克使用斗牛拳脚成功降服对手，斩获 JCK 战决城银量级的金腰带。同时呢，在此也恭喜呢海莱尔克成为 JCK 战决城银量级的第4任的王者。那么在6月28号呢，我们将会迎来 JCK 战决城的王者系列。头条主赛，现役羽量级的王者完美先生王继征将会对阵来自于澳大利亚现役 Pound for Pound 第1名的贾斯汀·范希尔登。联合主赛，吕凯将会对阵托尔帕尔·格迪耶夫。除此之外，爱德华多拉蒙对阵阿吉兰，塔尼加·萨拉姆，李一璇对阵崔润廷，杨新强大战阿伊丁·托和塔尔别克，李金波将会对阵连扎野布。在此也诚挚邀请屏幕前的各位持续锁定我们的官方网站3w.jckmma.com 以及微信公众账号以及官方抖音号，了解最新赛事资讯的更新。感谢现场以及屏幕前的诸位今天晚上 整晚的陪伴。最后祝大家晚安，再见。
And welcome again.